All right, Cardinal fans, I want to welcome everybody to another season of Redbird football. And, Coach, it's kind of like old times.
It is.
We travel to our neighbors down the road 6 miles, open up the football season with our biggest rival, the Prairie Grove Tigers.
I know. It feels really weird to be in Prairie Grove week one. It just doesn't feel right. I know that back in the old days, back in the 1950s when you were playing, you were in high school, we started out with Prairie Grove.
That's right.
But it's been a long time since that's happened.
Well, let me tell you, everything's gone full circle. Everything is right with the world. We're opening up with the Tigers, and right. I'm excited about it.
Coach Adams talked to me today in our interview, and he was saying that having this game start, be the start to the season has really kind of helped them with preparations. It's always been right there in the back of every player's mind. When it's hot and they're tired, they're, in August and they're doing two-a-days, they can always bring that up for a little motivation that, hey, we got Prairie Grove right around the corner.
One thing about this, and I say this every year, but this game is everything that is right with high school sports. You're talking about two teams. Like I said earlier, they're 6 miles apart. These are people that you go to church with. You shop at the same place. You eat at the same places. You run into them all the time. I know that people will say, I'm Prairie Grove, I'm Farmington. But let me tell you, let me just give you an example of how much this whole thing is intertwined. Coach Apser, head coach of Prairie Grove. He graduated from Farmington.
Yep.
He was a fullback linebacker, graduated there in 1980. Jay Harper, the defensive coordinator of Farmington. He's a Prairie Grove graduate.
Yep.
Bryce Waggle is going to start at quarterback tonight. His dad was a star quarterback at Prairie Grove. And, here's Bryce playing for Farmington. You got Sam Dodd, who's going to play for Prairie Grove. His dad is a Farmington graduate. Dylan Sainer, his dad is a Farmington graduate, and he's playing for Prairie Grove. This is a great rivalry. And let me tell you what makes something that's really made this special. I didn't really know how I wanted to talk about this, but, Coach Green, the longtime athletic director and was a basketball coach here at Prairie Grove, passed away last Sunday.
Yeah, just had a moment of silence for him right before we went on air.
Coach Green was a very special man. I remember the first time I met Coach Green, and when you look out on the field, the PG, which is normally out there in yellow, is in green.
Yeah.
All the players, both teams, have green stickers on their back of their helmets. You see a lot of people wearing green shirts that says "Play for Green" on them on the front. Lift up, love, and laugh. And it's not just Prairie Grove people you see wear them. It's Farmington wear them.
There's a lot of green shirts over here on the Prairie Grove side, but you look across the field at the Farmington side, and there's some green shirts mixed in there. Farmington had a whiteout plan tonight, but part of the whiteout was everybody's supposed to wear a little bit of green.
Yep. Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about this Farmington team. This is a group that's getting ready to move to 5A.
Yes.
We don't have a choice.
That's right.
They said, hey,
we went kicking and screaming.
You betcha. They said, go get you a little bit of Little Rock Christian. Go get some Maumelle.
We're ready.
Let's start with the offense. And this is a group that all upperclassmen. You got a couple juniors, 3 juniors spread in there, along with 3 seniors. And left tackle, Charlie Wood, number 72. Dude can bench press a house.
Yeah.
He started last year as a sophomore. Right next to him, a left guard, Hayden Sutton. Another big kid. He's a 3-year starter. The guy that kind of anchors it in the middle, another 3-year starter playing center, Morgan Lewis. Right next to him, another guy that when you look at him, you hear coaches say that pass the eye test. Pass the eye test. You got Matt Duffy. You look at Matt Duffy, and if I see Matt Duffy walking down the street, I'm going to the other side.
That's right.
I don't want to be on the same side with him. Seth Trolio. A junior, this be his first start. At tight end, Chaz Turner. Chaz is a guy that he's not that 6'4", 6'5" guy. Prairie Grove will have a tight end tonight. 6'7", 260. Chaz is not that.
No.
I tell you what Chaz is though. Chaz will catch anything thrown in his general direction. Chaz is fast and Chaz is strong.
Yes.
So quarterback. We lost Keaton Austin. Keaton's decided to concentrate on baseball. But his replacement, you and I talked about this. We talked a lot last year, matter of fact. Keaton was a great quarterback. I've always liked the way when Bryce Waggle throws the football, I like the way it spins off his hands.
Yeah, he has a good release, and Coach Adams talked about – I'm sorry we're not going to be able to bring you Coach Adams, our interview, because we had some technical difficulties. But hopefully we'll bring it at halftime. But Coach Adams talked about how well Bryce has been throwing the ball in the preseason. Had a little scrimmage against Gravett not too long ago, and he said that Bryce really threw the ball well, and also that offensive line he just went through protected for him really well. Yeah. So, we expect to see him spread it out a little bit tonight, maybe throw that ball around.
Well, I kind of get tickled at Bryce. Bryce gets it all during practice from Coach Adams.
Yeah.
And then goes home.
Gets it from his dad.
Gets it from his dad. and I seen his dad play, and his dad was a heck of a player now.
There's been a lot of Waggles that have been quarterbacks on the Prairie Grove. I think of Prairie Grove back when I was in high school, and there was a Waggle on that team that played quarterback. Yep. There was a Waggle that played tailback. Waggle is a name that around here is synonymous with football.
Back behind him at fullback, you're going to see this is a guy I love, and we talked about it all the time last year on the defensive side, the ball defensive end. Here's a guy that's going to move over to the offensive side also, double duty, Zach Yokel.
Yeah.
Zach is a guy that's 150 miles an hour every play.
Boy, defensive end last year, he tore some teams up. So I'm excited to see him play on both sides of the ball. I'm excited to see him, get one of those kick-out blocks on power and really tear a defensive end up.
Tailbacks, Justice Hobbs, he's the power guy. You'll see a lot of him. Also see some Josh Blue back there. Josh is the little smaller guy, this little scat back, but don't think Josh won't drop the head and try to hammer you.
That's right. We've got kind of two looks this year. We've got our traditional eye where we can, pound it at them, but we've also got some spread and some read option stuff, some of the stuff that Auburn kind of runs with a little bit more finesse and read, and so we got two running backs to go with both those systems, and so we'll see a little bit of both of those systems, I'm sure, tonight.
Wide receivers, Michael Ingram, a 3-year starter, senior. Evan Odell, senior. This is his, he moved here last year. This is his second year. Also see Nick Huff, big guy, 6'4", real lanky, good-looking athlete. You'll see him out there along with Cody Laro. And, Coach, we'll go over the defense here in a minute, but they're getting ready to line it up, kickoff. The Redbirds are going to be receiving the kick. Looks like Josh Blue is back deep along with Cody Laro and Walker Davis. Kicking it off for the Tigers, Blake Falk. He's got it teed up at the 40. And the football season is underway, and Laro's going to field it at the 15. He's up across the 20, got a block, he's at the 30, up to the 35-yard line, so the Redbirds are going to start out with good field position.
Yeah, that was a pretty good set wall there. Breaks one tackle there, and, Josh could have gone, Cody could have gone all the way. Good setup, good possession there to start the game, so here we go.
Let's see what the Redbirds, they're going to come out, they're going to huddle up, see what Coach Adams, I know that they've got some scripted plays that they've worked on.
Yeah, Coach Adams usually has 4 or 5 plays for this first possession that he kind of, knows he wants to run and has them scripted and he's ready to run. It looks like traditional little bunch set here.
Waggles up under center. Here comes the fake pitch to Hop. He's going to go downfield, and that pass is incomplete. Down across the 40, deep into Prairie Grove sidelines. And
kind of took a shot at it there to begin with. I like the play action. I like that we're keeping them honest. We're going to keep them covering our receivers. Don't let them stack the box. Good throw there by Bryce. He put it in a place where only our receiver could catch it. So even though it's incomplete, a lot of good things happened there. Great protection on that play as well.
Bobby Cat for coverage out on Prairie Grove. Waggles up under center. Hobbs alone setback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. He's going to push the pile across the 35 up to about the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 39.
But what I like about Justice Hobbs is he hits the hole hard, and when he first makes contact, he doesn't stop. Those feet keep churning, and he's going to get a couple yards after contact every play.
If you're an offensive lineman, you want to move the pile on that one because he'll be in your back if you're not.
That's right. That's right. His face mask will be right in the small of your back.
3rd down and 6. The ball sitting at the Cardinal 39-yard line. Morgan Lewis leads the line up to the line of scrimmage. We're going to have 3 receivers split to the near side. Odell's alone wide out on the far side. Here comes a wide receiver screen to Ingram. Ingram is 40. Across the 44, up over the 45-yard line.
Really close to a first down.
He's about 6 inches short. 6 inches short, and here's the first big call. And, Coach, you got an upperclassman line. You got an athletic quarterback, and you got Justice Hobbs in the backfield. I'd say we're probably going to go for it right here.
I would say probably so. Well, the way we've been blocking so far, Prairie Grove has brought a blitz almost every play. We've picked it up every time. I really like the way that we're across the front blocking, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us go for this.
Well, Prairie Grove's done some remodeling over here, got a new concession stand, new entry, but obviously they hadn't dressed up their security any. They just let Mitch Bartholomew walk in, so I can see they spent all their money on improving stuff and nothing on security.
Well, they talked all pregame. They talked about how Bartholomew was going to walk in at least 10 minutes late.
No Bartholomew's out there.
Yeah.
We put up with that for a long time.
Yes.
Last year they had Logan. Logan he was fast.
Yeah, we had to say his name way too many times last year.
Year before that we had Weston.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same deal, so.
But it looks like we're about 3 inches short.
All right, the Redbirds. Redbirds sending in the big boys. Checking in for the Cardinals, Big O, 6'3", 345.
Jarerica.
6'3", 345.
That's
Coach.
a big boy.
That's a big dude. They're putting him at right guard. Yoakum is your fullback. Hobbs is your tailback. Here comes a handoff to Hobbs. He's across the 40, up over the 42. And they cleared a path there, pick up a couple yards. And so the Cardinals are going to move the chains with 11 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Well, with the way that we've, so far, every time we've run it with Hobbs, we've picked up 2 or 3 yards. I wouldn't be surprised to see us line up here and just give them a good solid dose of Justice Hobbs for this drive.
Saying a little justice for the system?
I think so.
Waggles up under center. Hobbs the lone setback. Ingram split to the far side along with Chaz Turner. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs cuts it back up and gets up to about the 49-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 2.
That's a pretty good play there by the defensive end for Prairie Grove. That's number 17.
That's Dylan Sainer, Coach. That's the big guy.
Yeah.
Dylan's 6'7", 260. Hey, there's a kid right there that just this week got an offer to the University of Illinois. He's a junior.
Well, he did a great job on that play. We tried to get out there and hook him. He got up the field, turned the running back inside where all his help was at, and he made the play there even though he didn't make the tackle.
Here comes a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs across the 50, the 45, cuts to the outside, and is tripped up, loses his balance as it gets to the 40-yard line. Good blocking downfield by the receivers. Chaz Turner, Big Morgan Lewis out there leading the way.
There's that read option we talked about in pregame that we've kind of got from Auburn. It's not a new play. It's been around for a long time, but it was kind of Auburn's bread and butter play last year. And in that play, Bryce Waggle is reading the defensive end, Sainer, and seeing what he does. If he sits, he's going to give it to Hobbs. If Sainer runs down the line towards the right there, then Bryce is going to keep it and go off that direction.
Adele split to the far side, Ingram to the near side. Tigers showing blitz, and here they come.
Picked it up.
And Duffy hammers the blitz. And here's Hobbs down close to the 32-yard line. The blitzer come flying in there, and Big Matt Duffy said, nah, we're going that way, bub.
Prairie Grove is a team that's going to live and die by the blitz, and when we're picking it up like that, boy, that's a great way to start off a drive. To have our offensive linemen with their heads up. That's one thing I saw a lot last year is our offensive linemen had their heads down and weren't looking for the blitz. Great job there by Duffy picking that up. And, boy, he didn't just pick it up. He knocked his head back.
He pushed him 9 yards, Coach. Waggles up under center. Hobbs your lone setback. 3 receivers to the far side. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs gets behind that line, kind of hides himself, and is going to be brought down across the 30, down to about the 29-yard line. That's going to move the sticks again. And right now, Coach Adams is over there saying, you know what, I'm going to keep running this till you show me you can stop me.
That's right. So far, they really haven't been able to. They've had a few good plays. Even the play where Sainer turned us back inside, we still gained 1.5 yards, 2 yards. So anytime you can run the ball consistently against Prairie Grove, against this 3-4 defense that they run with the blitz, if you can run the ball, get 2 or 3 yards at a time, you're going to have some success.
8:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Redbirds got a little drive going. Setting up shop at the 29-yard line. Waggles up under center. Odell split to the near side. Here's quick out to Ingram. Ingram gets a great block from Turner and is brought down at about the 17-yard line. Has got a great block from Chaz Turner out there. Sam Dodd out there to make the tackle. But the Redbirds are going to move the sticks. Going to be first down and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Great play call there. Their outside linebackers playing way off of Ingram. Just a called, throw out to him and see how many yards he could get. With that block from Chaz Turner, he picked up quite a few.
Ingram and Odell on the near side. Here goes Ingram in motion. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Great block by Yoakum at the line of scrimmage. And Hobbs lowers his shoulder down at the 10 and gets the ball down to about the 9-yard line. And right now, Coach, you couldn't ask for a better opening drive.
No, this is exactly what we wanted to see. We talked about how I was looking forward to seeing Zach Yoakum on the power. Well, there it was. That was a power play. Zach's kicking out on Sainer. Sainer's a little bit bigger than him. It didn't matter. He kicked out on him. Justice cut up inside and got 8 yards.
Well, one thing, Coach, is that now they pulled
Sainer's on the other
out.
side.
And so now you got Charlie Wood and Big Hayden Sutton over there, and you throw Yoakum in there behind them, and that's pretty good force. Here they come back this side. Hobbs cuts it back, and he's going to be hit right at the 5. A helmet comes off of a Tiger. He'll have to come out of the game for this play. And
that should be first down for the Cardinals, so we're going to have first down and goal from the 5.
Looks like that was Reed Orr's helmet. Reed, the 5'10" sophomore, plays linebacker. Another good young player over here at Prairie Grove. Waggle leads them up under center. It's first down and goal. The ball setting right outside the 5-yard line.
Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see power this direction.
Here comes Hobbs in behind Yoakum, and he's going to walk into the end zone. And, Coach, look right down there, and if you look, Matt Duffy's getting up, and after he gets up, the 2 Prairie Grove defenders get up underneath him. So, great job by the right side of the offensive line.
Well, I can't think of a better way to start out a season offensively. To start down there at our own 35, to methodically, run some time off the clock, get 2 or 3 yards a pop, get a few good plays, got a few passes in there. Great drive to start this season.
Cardinals lining up for the extra point. Looks like we got a little confusion. We're short 1 player.
You got 12 seconds left. We're going to have to hurry.
Play clock's down to 5. There's the snap. Hobbs is going to kick it, and the kick is up, and it's good.
Boy, that was good for having to rush that the way he did. Good job getting the snap. Hobbs was pointing at the play clock saying, we got to snap it, we got to snap it. Got it off just in time. Boy, great, like to get out of that without having the confusion on special teams, but still, great job getting
Coach,
out of it.
Here's the deal. Gabe Sequich is your kicker.
Yeah.
Okay, if you remember last year in our playoff game, Gabe got kicked out of the ball game.
Oh,
remember
that's right.
Those personal fouls. So he's not eligible to play tonight. So the field goal unit is kind of
different than what it normally is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, real quick, now the defense got to go out there and show that, hey, we're for real too.
Yeah.
So when you look at the defense, you'll see on the ends, and gosh, I like this group, Coach. Morgan Lewis at one defensive end, Zach Yoakum at the other.
That's a pretty good tandem right there.
Defensive tackles, Matt Duffy will be in at one defensive tackle. I am not for sure who the other defensive tackle is yet. Inside linebackers, T.J. Asgard will move down from a safety. Here's a kid that put on about 20 pounds this summer. Hard hitter, great tackler. Hobbs will be the other linebacker. Stephen Paya, Walker Davis will play outside linebackers. One thing to kind of keep in mind, we're going with a different look defense this year, kind of a 4-2.
Yeah, it's a 4-2 with, you got 4 guys that are kind of safety people. Works really good against spread teams, but we can make some adjustments here and make it work against the wing T.
Isaac Disney's back deep, and that ball's going to hit at the 10. It's going to be fielded by Blake Falk. And Falk breaks the tackle. He's at the 30, the 40. And it's going to be run down by Odell. And after he crosses the midfield at the 48-yard line, they fake the reverse. And Prairie Grove is going to start with great field position at the Cardinal 47.
We kind of bunched up in the middle. The one thing you talk about on kickoff is always stay in your lanes. That means don't bunch up or don't go to one side or the other. We kind of bunched over there to the wrong side, and there was a big lane over here on the outside, and he saw it. He took it. We were able to force him back inside, but it wasn't enough.
Chaz Turner will be your safety. Merrill leads them up under center. Here comes the handoff. And that is Eli Lopez. And Lopez is going to carry it down to inside the 41, just a tad short of the 40, so it'll be second down and 3.
looks like Levi Green is that other tackle that we weren't quite sure who it was going to be. You know, the key right here, I really think against the wing T, the key is the defensive line. You know, I was a lineman, so I always like to say linemen are the key. But really against the wing T, you can't be driven back and you can't have too much penetration. It's a fine line of playing right there on the line of scrimmage.
Here comes that inside reverse, and it is read beautiful by Zach Yoakum and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. And, Coach, when you run that wing T, you'll have two guys take off one way, then here comes the ball handed back
the other way. It puts a lot of pressure on your linebackers. Thing I like that we did that play is Green and Duffy both just cut the offensive lineman. They just made a big pile right there in the middle. Those two guys took out three. They took out the center and the two guards, made a big pile, and then that leaves our linebackers free to kind of roam and make the tackles.
Lined up in the shotgun. And here comes a pass over the middle, and it's caught by Sainer.
I think we're going to have a holding call.
30-yard line. There is a flag.
Out here it almost looks like it'd be illegal motion. Legal procedure of some sort.
Hey, let's see see what the call is here. False start. They'll move the ball back 5 yards. So they'll make it 3rd down and 9. That'll erase a first down pickup as they hit the big tight end over the middle. And, Coach, the way that play set up, I thought we was looking at a screen.
I did too. I really thought the way that they kind of let some of our defensive linemen go, and they had a receiver kind of hanging out there in the middle of the field. I was right there with you. I thought it was going to be a screen. But, you know, I think if Coach Harper had his choice, he would like for Prairie Grove to come out and run that spread formation. This 4-2 defense kind of leads itself to covering the spread, and that's kind of why we switched to it, because the majority of the teams in the 5A that we're going to face this year are going to be spread teams.
Yep. You know, one person I didn't mention is playing corner is Josh Williams. You know, there's a junior guy, got a lot of time last year. So here's a good guy, a guy that's got good speed, good athlete. He's going to be put out on an island a lot tonight. So here they are lined up back under center. Here comes the handoff, and is going to be brought down at the 40-yard line. So that's going to make it here. Now here's the first one for Coach Absher. It's 4th down, and it's going to be.
Well, if I know Coach Absher at all, he's not even going to think about it.
Yeah.
He's going for this. On his side of the 50, if it's 3 yards or less, he's going for it. Now, I have Josh Williams down as a senior, but you're right. He is a junior.
Yep. And Tigers are going to go for it. Coach Absher rolling the dice early. He says, well, you know Coach Adams did it in the first series. I'm going to do it too. So here they line up in the wing tee. Here comes the handoff, and he's not going to make it. He is going to be stopped short at the 48-yard line, and the Redbird defense holds, and somebody's going to have to get Coach Harper under control.
Coach Harper's been pumped up since the beginning drive. I saw him as the offense came off the field. He was pumped. He's pumped now as the defense is coming off the field. But started out the offensive, our first offensive series, couldn't start out any better. Defensively, we bent a little bit, but we didn't break. Held there when we really needed to. So far, both sides of the ball, great start to a season.
You say we bend and break. You look at them, they didn't give up a first down.
That's true.
I mean, that's true. They held them. They got a great kickoff return. Defense come in, bowed their neck, and said, we want to go back down there and score.
Yeah, that's right. Had that one pass for first down that got called back, but other than that, we really held our ground pretty well.
We are going to have to call timeout. It look like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 11 out there. It looks like we didn't have the right. Had some confusion on the play
maybe
call.
Wrong personnel or something.
Well, why don't we take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Let's face it, the family budget is under attack, and PG Telco's coming to the rescue with high-speed internet for as little as $9.95 per month for 12 months, and they back their service with a 24-hour repair service guarantee. That means you'll be connected to Farmington Cardinal Athletics on pgtelco.com. So if you're looking for local and long-distance phone service, the high-speed internet, or even direct TV, you can get it all at PG Telco. Call them at 267-7200. That's 267-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Chairs.
Tony Sachery's. Turn your same old into Creole with Tony Sachery's famous Creole seasoning. It brings out the flavor of any food. Use it instead of salt and pepper.
Here, Mom. It's
I'd say go back.
All right, Cardinal fans, Waggles up under center. Yoakum's the fullback. Tigers showing blitz. Here comes a handoff to Yoakum. Yoakum breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage, cuts it back in at the 40, gets across the 40, up to about the 41-yard line. Yoakum's going to pick up about 3 yards, make it 2nd down and 7. It's always good the first game of the year. You can go out there and you go on 2, go on 3, and you know that nobody moves.
That's right. You can change up your anytime the offense can change up the snap count, that's a very positive thing. I've always said that's one of the only things that the offensive line has is a advantage is they know the snap count.
Waggles up under center. Hobbs a lone setback. Here comes the pass to Odell. Odell on a quick little button route catches that in front of the Tiger defender, Zach Downey.
Well, that was a great throw and a great catch.
That was one of them timing routes. Just threw it his back shoulder, and Yoakum turned around, and the ball was about 3 feet from him.
Yeah, that's right. Evan, he wasn't even really looking, but he turns, and, boy, the ball's there, and good job, good throw, good protection. Boy, it's really close to a first down.
Well, they're going to bring it in and measure, and I can tell you we're 4 inches short.
Oh, see, I was going to say that we're there by half the length of the football.
Are you really?
Half
so you're
the length of the football.
Okay,
we got
here's
it.
the first big one of the year. You're saying it's first down.
Yeah.
I'm saying we're short.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you're right, though, now that I get the chains out there. We'll see. Oh. It's close. It is close.
Well, now they're breaking out the magnifying glass.
There we go.
First down, Redbirds.
Hey, I won.
Huh?
I won. You
Yeah,
said it was going to be 4 inches short.
It was going to be short.
Now, I said it was going to be 4 inches long.
Yeah,
it was kind of in between.
Yeah. Redbirds got first down and 10. The ball setting just shy of the Cardinal 49-yard line. Big Morgan Lewis leads the line up there. Woods, Sutton, Lewis, along with Matt Duffy. Here comes the toss to Hobbs. Got Yoakum out there lead blocking. Yoakum's looking for somebody. Hobbs lowers his shoulder at the 40 and gets down to the 38-yard line. And, Coach, when you're lead blocker, this tells you what kind of job that Turner and Charlie Wood did over there. Your lead blocker doesn't have anybody to block.
Yeah, he just gets to run
for
down the
11
field.
yards.
Hayden Sutton rolled somebody up, too. He had a pancake block on that play. But I'm really, really impressed with how well this offensive line is doing. I'm happy to see that.
First down and 10. The ball sitting at the Tiger 36-yard line. Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun. Adele split to the near side, Turner to the far side. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs at the 35, the 30. And is going to finally be brought down at the 29-yard line.
I don't know if that was a called give or not. If it was a read, Waggle really should have pulled that. The defensive end for Prairie Grove saw the handoff, and he took off sprinting down the line of scrimmage towards the direction the play was going. If Waggle would have pulled that, he's not quite as speedy, but I think he still would have picked up the first down.
I'm just telling you, we picked up 7 yards, and I'm happy.
Be happy. That's
I'm
right.
happy.
That's right. You're right. 7 yards, and our quarterback didn't get hit. So.
Second down. The ball just inside the Tiger 30-yard line. Here comes a quick pass to Ingram out here on this side. Ingram is going to try to break a tackle, but it's going to be brought down just shy of a line of scrimmage. As that's a good play there by the Prairie Grove defender, and that was number 80, Zach Downey, and then along with Eli Lopez come in to clean it up.
Yeah, Evan Odell had to get the block out in space there, and that's a hard block to get. When you're trying to block one guy, a quick guy out in space, that's something they work on all the time, and he's just going to get better at that as the season progresses.
So though that makes it 3rd down and 5. Yoakum's going to line up as offset fullback. Hobbs is the tailback. Waggles up under center. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs.
Big
Hobbs
hole.
got some room, and he goes to cut back and lose his footing. But he gets enough for a first down as he's down to the 23-yard line.
Well, the hole there was absolutely huge. I could have ran through that hole. You could have ran through that hole.
Morgan Lewis, Hayden Sutton, and Matt Duffy is cleaning up front right now.
Yeah, we've been talking about it a lot, but that's because they deserve a little bit of credit here. They are doing a great job picking up these blitzes, getting their heads up, moving laterally left and right. Like Coach Adams said in the interview that we haven't watched yet, our line isn't as big as they were last year, but they're a lot more mobile.
Walker Davis is going to check in at tailback. Looks like they're giving Hobbs a break. Here comes a handoff to Davis. Davis looking for a little running room, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
You know, there's another play where we went on 2, change up the snap count. That makes it's hard to understand how much of a difference that makes when you can change up the snap count and keep that defensive line off balance.
And this is one thing that we're probably going to battle all year is with guys going both ways. You know, we're going to have to pick and choose when we can give them breaks. And
yeah.
Here comes the pitch to Davis. Davis trying to get to the outside. Got Sutton out lead blocking for him. And coming up from the secondary to make the tackle after a pickup of about 5 yards is Elliott Chamberlain.
But one I can tell right now that's kind of hurting, and that's Zach Yoakum. He hadn't come off the field, though.
Nope.
Zach Yoakum had the lead block there, and you can tell he's not moving 100% right now, and I think it's just a little bit of this. He's not used to being an Iron Man, and he's going to have to get used to it.
Well, you know, the first 7-10 minutes, you know, you're playing on adrenaline.
Yeah.
Now you're getting toward the end of the quarter, and it's starting to show a little bit. Here comes Hobbs is back in the game. Hobbs falls right in behind Matt Duffy and pushes the pile down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down.
You know, that is one good thing is that we've got, you know, Justice Hobbs and Josh Blue, both our running backs, go both ways. And so the fact that we've got 2 of them, we can give them breaks, that's going to be a big thing this season.
Yeah. Along with, we've already seen Walker carry the ball a couple times, but now Josh Blue is checked in as a slot. So you got Turner and Blue along with Nick Huff. Here goes Blue. And here's the handoff to Josh. Josh is going to cut it back in. He falls in behind the big guys and kind of hides for a little bit. But he gets down to about the 5-yard line.
That's a good play, good setup, good blocking there. You know, anytime you run a zone play, that's where all the offensive linemen are stepping hard towards the play side and trying to hook their guy, get their butts turned to the sideline. Anytime you can do that and get push, that's a big deal. And we had good push there, had them all hooked. There was a big lane there for Josh to run through.
So it's 2nd down and goal, and, you know, the game clock is down to 9 seconds. Look for them, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah,
right, this is a good move here. We're going to go ahead and let the game clock for the quarter run out. Going to get a little break, and the Redbirds dominate the first quarter.
They're looking really good right now, Jeff.
Yes. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Redbirds up over the Prairie Grove Tigers, 7-0.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for that perfect bat? Need new football cleats? What about the latest in Razorback apparel? Come find exactly what you need at Best Sports. With 2 convenient locations and friendly customer service, we are your local suppliers of team sports, trophies, monogramming, letter jackets, Under Armour apparel, and much, much more. Locally owned and operated since 1972, let our family help your family. Best Sports, the sports shop for all seasons.
The sky's the limit with MyBlue checking from Arvest Bank. With MyBlue, you'll sleep better at night knowing your checking account helps safeguard you and your family against identity theft, covering all types of identity fraud events, financial or otherwise, anywhere in the world. You'll be able to deposit a check to MyBlue just by using your smartphone, and you'll have the freedom of more branches and more hours. Have higher expectations about banking? Make the switch to MyBlue checking, only from Arvest Bank.
Farmington Schools would like to thank Trinity Rehabilitation and Melinda Day for providing athletic training services that keep our Farmington athletes safe and in the game. Trinity has clinics in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Bella Vista. If you need outpatient physical therapy, please contact Trinity at 521-2232.
All right, Cardinal fans, welcome back. Redbirds have got 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line, and if you're Coach Adams, you couldn't have drawn up a better first quarter.
No, you can't script it any better than that. Time of possession goes our way. Yards goes our way. Defensively, we look great. Didn't give up a first down. I mean, you can't start a season much better than this. The only way we could have started it better is if we scored 5 times.
Well,
you know?
Yeah. Prairie Grove ran 5
plays.
5 offensive plays in the first quarter. One of them called back with a penalty.
Yep.
5 plays, 9 yards.
Yep. Yeah.
I'd say that's a – Redbirds have got about 135 yards offense, somewhere around there in the first quarter. So good job there. Waggle's going to lead them up under center. Nick Huff is split to the near side. Hobbs is your tailback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. He lowers his shoulder.
He's going to be close, down about the 1, it looks like.
I will tell you this. Hobbs met a guy in the hole, and the pile stuck. It kept going in the direction Hobbs wanted.
Yeah, he's going to think twice next time he steps up to meet Justice Hobbs in the hole.
We talk every year about a north-south runner. At Prairie Grove, you want east-west.
Yeah.
It's one of the few football fields in America that the field runs east-west,
yeah.
So Redbirds went west in the first quarter, had the sun in their eyes. Now they got it in their back, but it's going to be down behind the mountains here before long. So Waggles up under center. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to hurdle a defender and walk into the end zone. And 40 seconds into the second quarter, the Redbirds are up 13-0.
Boy, Jeff, I know we've talked about it a lot, but I can't emphasize enough how great this offensive line is doing. The push we're getting every play, the holes that are opening up. I mean, Justice Hobbs was pretty much untouched, and he ran right up the middle against a goal line defense.
His biggest thing, Coach, he had to hurdle a defender that was laying on the ground.
Well, he's laying on the ground. Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah. Hobbs is lined up to attempt the extra point. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 11:20 left to go in the first half.
They've called us for illegal procedure.
Did they?
Yep. You got us called for illegal procedure.
Let's see what did we do.
You know, every time we come up to kick a field goal, they say down, and we all snap our hands down. You can do that, but somehow one of us didn't move. You have to move in unison, and you have to be set for a complete second. If we weren't set for a complete second before the ball is snapped, then that's maybe where they got us.
Well, now that moves it back 5 more yards. Good snap. Kick is up, and that kick is good.
Justice says, I don't care.
Yep. Hobbs says, put it on the 30, boys. I'll kick her.
You know, the way that we have come out here and really dominated, it's really hard to think of a better way we could start this season, Jeff. And the way the offensive line has played so well, you know, Coach Adams talked about in the interview that he was really happy with the way they played in the scrimmage and how well they've worked together as a team. Only gave up 1 sack against Gravett, and it's showing right here. It's really showing how well that this offensive line has worked. You know, you got to give some credit to Coach Spencer Adams and Coach Morgan and the way that they prepared this offensive line. They're the ones that coach them every day. I got to come out and watch a little practice the other day and watch them move, and I was really impressed with the way how mobile they were. You know, the guys on the backside of the play were really moving lateral and able to cut some of those defenders off. You know, some things that it's hard to do as a good team.
Well, the Redbirds are going to tee it up and end the kick for the Redbirds. Evan Odell will kick it. So back deep for the Tigers is Isaac Disney.
Hopefully we can do a little bit better staying in our lanes this time, not bunching up in the middle.
Short kick fielded at the 35 and ran back by Drake Hacker. And once again, the Tigers will have good field position as they'll start off at the 45-yard line.
Way shorter kick than last time. Last time I think we kicked it all the way down to the 10. Because it was such a short kick, we were actually able to get better coverage on it, so we actually got them held back a little bit further than we did last time. Starting on the opposite 45 is what Prairie Grove started out last time. Hopefully our defense can do the same thing they did last time Prairie Grove had the ball, and that's 3 and out, or 4 and out.
5 and out, Coach.
5 and out.
Remember the penalty.
That penalty play doesn't count.
Merrill's up under center. They got one receiver split to the far side, one to the near side. Here comes the fullback up the middle, and he breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage and then drags Charlie Wood across the 50 over to the Cardinal side of the field.
That's just the inside trap right up the gut. They pull one guard, try to kick out on one of our 2 techniques, one of our down linemen. Coach Harper wakes up in the middle of the night screaming trap sometimes.
When I was talking to him today, he was worried about that.
Yeah. He gets a tick, the last week of, before Prairie Grove, and he just starts saying trap just all the time. It just spurts out of him.
Walker Davis in on trying to get to the sack, but the quarterback gets the pass away, and Sainer makes a diving catch, but it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard short as Walker Davis come in on the corner blitz.
Well, that was hard to his back was turned to us, but that's amazing catch. That's really amazing. He was able to catch that. He was going the opposite way, had to reach back, and I thought the ball was going to bounce off the ground for sure.
Redbird defense trying to dig in here on a third down play. The ball at the 46-yard line. Askegaard showing blitz. Here comes the handoff to Cat. Cat's got one guy to beat, and that's Josh Blue at the 20. And Blue is going to run him out of bounds at about the 8-yard line as they ran that trap that you was talking about. And Bobby Cat got to the outside. Josh Blue had to chase him down.
Yeah, that's a trap that's a little bit wider than the one we traditionally see. They get all the momentum going to the offense's right, and then they hand it to him, and he cuts back to the left, and we just over-pursued. I talked earlier about how on the defensive line you can't go too far upfield, and you can't get driven back. You got to play right there on the line of scrimmage. Well, we ran down the line of scrimmage too much there, left a big lane for Bobby Cat to cut back into.
So it's first down and goal. Tigers set up shop at the 7-yard line. Merrill's up under center. Here comes the fullback. No, it's a quarterback keeper, and Wood is going to hold him up at the 5. And I thought he handed the ball off to Lopez, and Zach Yoakum lit him up.
Yeah, that's a great way. That's how you have to play the veer option. You have to go in progression. You got to hit the dive back first, and Zach Yoakum made sure that happened. Hit the dive back, kind of disrupt the quarterback a little bit as he's handing it off, and then you got to play quarterback pitch man, and that's exactly what we did. Good job there defending that hard play.
Second down and goal. The ball at the Cardinal 4-yard line. 14-0 Redbirds. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Here comes the handoff to Cat. Cat is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, going to lose a yard as Big Morgan Lewis, along with Charlie Wood and T.J. Askegaard in on the tackle.
That's just the buck sweep. That's, student body left kind of. You got two pulling guards. You got both halfbacks going that direction. Good job there by the defensive line, not getting pushed back. Linebackers coming up and filling the holes.
Play clock's down to 15. The Tigers still in the huddle. Just now got the play in from the sidelines. 8:35 left to go here in the first half. Merrill's up under center. They got one split to the far side. Here comes the handoff.
Too much push.
He is going to be brought down at about the 2-yard line. Just between the 1 and 2. So it's going to be fourth down and goal. And let's see if the Redbirds have got one more big play in them.
There wasn't a big hole there. We did a good job of not getting pushed out, but we had too much push backwards. Our defensive linemen, our two techniques were too high that play. Got a little push, got pushed back about 2 yards, and that caused them to be able to get some positive yardage there. I really think that we, might see our two techniques cut those offensive linemen right here and try to make a pile and make the tailback bounce or the fullback bounce outside.
Fourth down and goal. Ball set just shy of the 1-yard line. Here comes the quarterback keeper, and he is going to squeeze into the end zone as he broke the tackle of Walker Davis at about the 1-yard line. The Tigers are on the board. So with 7:47 left to go in the game, it's 14-6 Redbirds pending the extra point.
We really did a good job after that big run by Bobby Cat of making them earn this touchdown. We didn't think, oh, well, they're down here close, we're going to give it to them. We fought hard. That one big play is what hurt us. They're not gaining lots of yards every play, but they get one big play that squirts out like that, and it's going to set us back.
And to attempt the extra point for the Tigers, kick is up, and it's good, as that was Matthew Galden. So it's 14-7. A lot of 4s, a lot of 7s on the board. 7:47 left to go in the first half. Prairie Grove 7 and the Cardinals 14. So,
if we can come out, get the ball back, drive it down like we have our last two possessions, take a lot of this time off the clock and score going into halftime. We hate to give up that score, but we'll still be in a pretty good spot. The key here is to not let this get us down and get us out of rhythm. We've had great rhythm so far offensively. We can't let this one slip up on defense, that one big play, get us out of rhythm.
Kickoff team's getting ready to go out on the field. The Redbirds over around there. Looks like Coach Adams and Coach Scribner. Kickoff team over here is Coach Apser trying to fire them up. So there's Coach Morgan in directing the kickoff return team.
Coach Morgan is the special teams coach.
So the Redbirds need to answer right here. You know, the first 15 minutes of this ball game, you know, Redbirds look pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
and really, you know, like we said, that was one big play in that drive. We held them pretty well, pretty consistent on defense, made some good tackles, didn't get driven out. Had one play where we over-pursued and left a cutback lane, and they took advantage of it. And that's the thing about this wing T is there's a whole lot of misdirection, a whole lot of cutback plays that are designed to get everybody flowing one direction, and they hand it to a guy going back the other way.
Blake Falk's got it teed up. He's got their student section all fired up. It's a high kick, and there's going to be a flag.
Offsides.
They're going to back it up 5 yards and let them kick it again.
He got his kickoff team a little too fired up, and I
don't know what the call was.
I think maybe he didn't wait for the already signal by the official.
Didn't tell him to go.
Yeah, he was pumped up, ready to go, whether they told him he was ready or not.
Yep. Well, let's see. Now the officials say, okay, kick it away. This kick's a little better kick as Blue's going to field it at the 10-yard line. He's got a little opening. He's at the 30, the 40, to the 42-yard line.
Great return there by Josh Blue. Good setup on our return. Got a lot of people with man on a man, and he was able to find a seam there and get some good positive yardage. And he ends up getting it back about where that last kick landed.
Well, I looked at T.J. Askegaard. T.J. was lined up on the far side, and he come cutting across the field. And it's one of them, hello.
He had a number picked out down here, and he was going to go get him.
Yeah. So the Redbirds set up first down and 10. The ball set at their own 41-yard line. Waggle's going up under center. Ingram split to the near side, Odell to the far side. Here goes Ingram in motion. And here comes they fake the handoff to Hobbs. And they hit Ingram at the 40, the 35, the 30. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 20. He's facing another tackle. And he is going to get pulled down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, I really thought he had it there. One more guy to beat. He kind of had an angle on him. That was a good job there by the Prairie Grove defender. That's number 23.
Bobby Catt.
Bobby Catt did a good job of taking a good angle, getting his head in front of Ingram so he couldn't stiff arm him or he couldn't run through him. He was able to get him out there at the 2. But great play, great protection. That was a bootleg play. We had a guard pulling out there to protect for him, but there was nobody to protect for.
Well, we've been giving them such a steady dose of Hobbs. Everybody went with him. So,
boy, the Prairie Grove fans are getting a little fired up.
Yeah. Here comes a handoff to Hobbs, and Hobbs is going to be knocked down at the 1. We've got a flag at the 3-yard line, and it's thrown by the side judge over here.
I think they're saying not enough men on the line of scrimmage, maybe?
Chop block. Calling a chop block.
How can you call a chop block on the interior line? As far as I know, unless rules have changed, it is legal to chop block a interior lineman. Now, the one thing you can't do is you can't have one guy going high and one guy going low.
Yep.
And that's what Coach Adams is looking for an explanation there, because that was against an interior lineman, against a blitzing linebacker. If he's up on the line of scrimmage, you should be able to chop block him.
So that will move the ball back to the Tiger 13-yard line.
And it's an 11-yard penalty to boot. How in the world did they back it off 11 yards?
There is some discussion. They're telling Coach Adams now to get back off the field.
Well, the ball was on the 2-yard line.
Well, Coach, let me explain that. Where they threw the flag, they
did it
from the spot.
Okay, I got you.
So,
well, that wasn't a very good chop block if it was a yard deep in the backfield.
Here comes the pitch to Hobbs. Hobbs cuts it back. He's got a little running room. Spin move at the 10 and gets down to about the 8-yard line. So that's going to make second down and goals, a pickup of 6.
Good push there. Good hole for Hobbs to run through. So far, other than that one penalty, been a good drive. Got second down and goal from the 9 now.
Reed Orr in on the tackle. Here comes Waggle back up under center. 6:35 left to go here in the first half.
Got 8 seconds left on the play clock. Touchdown.
And Odell makes the catch, but he's just short of the goal line.
They're going to spot that. The nose of the football is going to be about an inch away from the goal line.
Yeah.
So we got 2 plays here to get it in from about the 1-inch line.
Well, Waggle was holding his hands up. He thought it was a touchdown.
I thought it was too.
I got to be honest with you. I thought he dropped the ball.
Well, that's a good job by Evan of wrapping that ball in and doing the spin move. You're right. It looked like the way he was spinning away, that ball was going to come out. Yeah.
Waggles up under center. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs, and Hobbs is going to push his way into the end zone again for his 3rd touchdown of the night. So with 5:54 left to go here in the first half, the Redbirds go up 20. Well, the scoreboard shows Prairie Grove 20, Farmington 14.
I think that's wrong.
Well, I don't know what's going on here.
That's wishful thinking. But, so far the offense has been, I'm really, really impressed. This is the best offensive performance I've seen us come out, first game of the season.
I got a bunch of friends up here in the press box, and they're already adding to their score. That kick may be no good.
Yeah, I think that one
off to the left.
Deflected a little bit.
Yeah, so it's 20-7, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Williams Tractor is a proud supporter of Farmington High School, academics, and athletics, and wishes all Farmington teams a successful season. Williams Tractor carries over 120 different lines of equipment and knows that tradition is as important on the field as it is in serving our customers. Good luck to all competitors and coaches. Williams Tractor would like to thank Farmington and the surrounding communities for their business and is proud to have served our customers since 1973. Everett Chevrolet is proud to sponsor Farmington Cardinal academics and athletics. Everett Chevrolet is family-owned and customer-friendly, home of the 995 oil change. Located on I-540 at Elm Springs Road in Springdale, Everett Chevrolet, the better way to buy.
If you would like to advertise during this broadcast, please contact our athletic director, Brad Blue,
at 479-266-1806.
Go Cards!
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back 20-7, 5:54 left to go here in the first half. Odell's got it teed up. Let's see, we've kicked it deep once and we've kicked it to the side once. Both times Prairie Grove's had good starting position. This time we're going to kick it to Bobby Catt at the 13-yard line. And Catt's looking for a block, and there's Chaz Turner to slow him up. And then here comes the rest of the Redbirds to run him out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Let's see, they're going to mark it just shy of the 35. So Redbird defense needs to bow its neck here. And if we can go into half with a 2-touchdown lead, you're going to have to start the second half to kick off. So this is a big possession right here.
Yeah, it is. We really need to get a stop here, keep the momentum going our way. Good job there on the kickoff, staying in our lanes, getting down there, keeping Bobby Catt pinned up because we've seen his speed once already tonight. So it's important that when he gets the ball in the open field like that on a kickoff return, we get him pinned up, and we did there. So now we just got to keep the momentum going.
Morale's up under center. Ball's on the ground as I handed it off to Bobby Catt. Bobby falls back on it but loses a yard. Good push there by the interior defensive line. T.J. Askegaard in there from the linebacker spot along with Duffy. And so you got Nick Huff at one defensive end, Morgan Lewis at the other. Duffy is in at a tackle. Levi Green's in at a tackle. Linebackers, T.J. Askegaard, Walker Davis, Justice Hobbs, and Stephen Paya.
You know, the one thing I see is we're giving Zach Yoakum a little bit of a breather. You could tell earlier he kind of needed one, so that's good that we've got some substitutions in there for some of our guys that are going both ways.
Tried to break it to the outside to throw a pass, and Nick Huff fought off his block, made him throw it before he wanted to. Walker Davis out on coverage, and that pass falls incomplete. And right now, you got to say both offensively and defensively, our line is controlling the game.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. Is offensively, we haven't been really rushed on our pass plays, and then here we're giving them a pretty good rush, and that makes a big difference. When you can get somebody in the quarterback's face, he's going to throw the ball not as well. There's pretty good coverage there as well.
Morrell's back up under center. Here comes pressure from that backside, and they get Sainer wide open at the 45. He jukes Josh Blue, and it's going to be brought down by Justice Hobbs at the 40. And I would think that that's a busted coverage. We just didn't account for the tight end.
Well, yeah, we didn't account for the tight end. And I think the reason why is because we blitzed that outside linebacker. Normally that outside linebacker there is going to have the tight end. He's responsible for the tight end dump. We blitzed him, so we blitzed ourselves out of the play there. And that's what happens when you blitz. You know, anytime that you're sending somebody out of position, you have a chance for the offense to take advantage of it, and they just happen to have the right play called there that took advantage of it.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. I didn't see if I'm assuming it's probably Farmington that called timeout, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Call Mad Sky Rentals regarding all your rental needs at 479-871-9404 or
visit our website at www.madskyrentals.com. Go Cards!
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. Very fortunate to be alive because we just about got
head-on collision.
Yes,
yeah,
with a killer wasp.
It was coming right for me.
Yeah. First down and 10. The ball at the Cardinal 40-yard line. There's a legal procedure.
It's a good thing, too. We had two linebackers kind of didn't know where they were. We were almost kind of misaligned, and so kind of get a lucky break there that there were some miscues on offense as well.
Blake Falk, the wingback, tried to get a little extra start, and then he stopped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you just keep going.
Yeah,
they think, hey, he's in motion.
Go in motion. That's right.
So that makes it first down and 15. Moves the ball back to the Cardinal 45-yard line. 4:50 left to go in the first half. The Redbirds up 20-7. Tigers rush up to the line of scrimmage. Here comes a quick hit and trap up the middle. They get back close to the original line of scrimmage. Pick up a 4. It's going to be at the 41-yard line, make it second down and 11.
See, and the thing about Prairie Grove is they start running that trap around 5 years old. You know, the fullbacks, they start training them when they're in kindergarten.
Yep.
To sneak in there and come up underneath the quarterback and get the handoff.
That's illegal.
Yeah, it should be.
Should be.
Yeah.
Second down and 11. The ball at the 41-yard line. Quarterback's going to roll out. Here comes Stephen Pye for the backside. He gets back from him, and that pass is caught as Josh Williams tried to go for the knockdown and mistimed his jump. And so you got a 41-yard touchdown pass.
You know, that was great coverage. He was there. He just made a bad decision at the very end of that play.
We had talked about it earlier, how there'll be times he'll be put out on an island.
Yeah.
And he was with his guy all the way across that island. Just mistimed his jump, and the ball went over him, and the Prairie Grove Tiger receiver was right there to catch it.
You know, you talk about corners and defensive backs in general. Anytime you come under the receiver to make a play on the ball, you better make the play on the ball. Because if you don't, the receiver's right behind you with nobody on him. So it's always best, if you can, to stay behind the receiver, try to reach across the body, and knock that ball down.
Well, the kick is up and good, so that makes it a 6-point ball game, as it is now 20-14 with 4:10 left to go here in the first half.
You know, we still got a timeout left. We've still got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Need to get the ball back here. drive down the field, make something happen because, Prairie Grove is going to get the ball to start the second half.
That is correct.
You look at so far defensively, what has hurt us? It's been big plays. They've had a few big plays that have really, really set us back. I can't say that, Prairie Grove has really just driven the ball up and down the field on us. They've had some big plays, some big, big things that break, and that's really, we got to stop the big play, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. So, well, let's see if the offense can come out and answer the bell. Very good ball game here in the first half. (20-14). Tigers lining up to kick it off. Josh Blue, Cody Laro, and Walker Davis will be back deep for the Redbirds. TJ Escagard, Zach Yoakum, and Chaz Turner lined up in that middle row. The biggins up front. Bunch of big linemen up front to clear the road. I'd hate to hit one of them guys after a 40-yard run.
I would too. That's a big, big middle wedge.
Ball's teed up. And here comes the kick. It's a high kick fielded at the 9-yard line by Josh Blue.
Big lane up the middle.
And here goes Blue. He's at the 40, the 45, back up to the 48-yard line as there was some plowing going on there.
We talked about how big that middle wedge was. Well, there was a big lane right up the middle. If it weren't for the kicker standing right in the middle of the field, there wouldn't have been anybody. Great kickoff return. And we needed good field position because we only got 4 minutes left and one timeout. We got it. Yep. Now we got to take advantage of it.
Josh needed either zig or zag.
Yeah.
Got a zig or zag.
Zig or zag.
Zig or zag.
He was moving pretty fast, so it's hard to move. It's hard to zig and zag when you're going 20 miles an hour. Well, believe me, I tried in the school van on the way here. It didn't work very well.
Yeah, I know it. We're lucky to get here. Waggles up under center. Odell split to the near side. Ingram to the far side. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs, and Hobbs is hit at the line of scrimmage but pushes the pile across the 50. And that play just didn't look right.
Well, I think it was on one, and we snapped it on first sound. We snapped the ball early, and we still gained 4 yards.
Well,
so
that's
can't
better,
complain.
That's better than it being on first sound, and we snap it on one.
That's right. Yep.
So we're going to pick up 3.5, 4 yards, make it second down and 6. The ball at the Grove 49-yard line. Waggles up under center. Once again, Odell the near side, Ingram to the far side.
They're offsides.
Line come across the neutral zone. Hobbs breaks it to the outside, then drops his shoulder, breaks the tackle, and now they're going to throw a flag.
Is that going to be a face mask? I mean, that looked like what it might be right there where the tackles were being made.
I do not know.
Either face mask or a hold.
Who was out there for the Redbirds?
I didn't see.
I seen Ingram out there, but holding.
Oh, come on. I didn't see it, Jeff. I got eagle eyes. I saw that wasp flying all the way from our stands all the way across the field, and I didn't see a hold there.
Well, I got to tell you, there's been times that I've seen us commit penalties, and I wouldn't admit it.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I didn't see anybody over there but Michael Ingram.
I didn't either.
And he was behind the play, so I don't know.
If it was a hold, it wasn't a very good one because anytime you're behind the play, you're not doing much.
Well, they mark it off from the spot, and it's still a positive gain for the Cardinals. Moves the ball down to the Tiger 46-yard line. So they'll replay second down. It'll be second and about 3. Here comes the handoff to Blue. Blue is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and is not going to get anything. So that makes it third down and 4.
Prairie Grove blitzed right into that play. That they were able to stop that. We weren't able to. Well, we picked up the blitz, but the problem is the blitz was right in the hole that we were supposed to run in. And so good call there by the defensive coordinator. Good blitz there by Prairie Grove. We're lucky to get out of that with no loss.
So third down and 3, 2:45 left to go in the first half. Here's a quick out route to Ingram. He is caught at the 40 and gets down to the 35-yard line. Great throw there by Josh Waggle.
And the other great thing is he not only get the first down, but he got out of bounds. So they're going to set the chains. They won't start the clock, or they shouldn't start the clock.
That was the key word.
Shouldn't start the clock.
Yeah. So it's first down and 10. The ball is at the 35-yard line for Prairie Grove. Waggle's got the play, and Hobbs is checking back into the game. Josh Blues checking out.
Hobbs got a little shooken up on that last run, but good to see him back in the game.
Yoakum's your offset fullback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs is met at the line of scrimmage. And that time, I think that's the first time the whole game that we had a negative play.
Yeah, we've been talking how well the offensive line has been blocking. That play right there, we didn't block very well. We got driven back. The defender was underneath us and drove one of our linemen back. That's what plugged up the hole, and Justice didn't have anywhere to go.
2nd down 11, the ball at the 36-yard line. Ingram is split to the near side. Waggles up under center.
Here, no counter.
The ball is on the ground as misplayed the handoff there, and Hobbs crawls back on it. So back-to-back losses moves the ball back to the Tiger 39.
That's our counter. That's a kind of a bread and butter play, but we haven't really seen that play. That's the first time that I remember seeing it this game, and it was set up. We just didn't get the handoff.
So that makes it 3rd down and 14. Let's see what Coach Adams got in his bag of tricks. We got a lot of 3rd down and 14 plays.
We do. Yeah, we got a whole stack of them.
Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun with Hobbs and Yoakum right beside him. Across the middle to Ingram, and it is in and out of his hands.
I think Ingram was feeling a safety coming for him right there. That was a pretty well-thrown ball. We kind of zipped it in there to him, but I think Ingram felt somebody coming, and he was afraid he caught that thing. He was going to get smacked.
Well, here's the deal. If you're going to go across the middle, you're going to get hit.
You're going to get hit.
Might as well catch it.
That's right.
Go ahead and catch it. Don't get hit for nothing. 4th down and 14. And we could see a quick kick here. Lined up in a bunch set, and that's exactly what it is. A high kick that is going to hit at the 15 and roll down at the 10. And that's going to leave 1:12 left to go on the clock. And for the first time tonight, the Redbird offense stalls out.
Yeah, first time our drive has been stopped. Prairie Grove shows they got 3 timeouts. I thought they'd called 1 already, but shows they got 3 timeouts left. And so we got some work to do here defensively.
So it's 1st down and 10. The ball is at the 10-yard line. I look across the field at the Cardinals student section. They've been pumped up all night. Prairie Grove student section on their feet over here.
Yeah, I don't think either student section has sat down all night.
Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Sutton is checked in at a defensive tackle. Bobby Cat goes in motion. And I believe that's motion right there. You cannot move toward the line of scrimmage. After you move, you have to be set for a second.
Yeah, that should have been motion. And I think that's Coach Harper's yelling for it. And, of course, it's too late now. They didn't call it. They're not going to give it to us.
That's 1st down. Stops the clock. They get down across the 25-yard line. Clock is started. Here comes the rollout. And the pass is complete to Sainer. Sainer's at the 50. Across the midfield to the 41-yard line. And for the second time tonight, we've tried to undercut. And this time Chaz Turner tried to go underneath and mistimed it. Another big pickup.
Yeah, anytime you come underneath like that, you have got to get the ball. Looks like we're going to call last time out here.
Timeout Cardinals. So with 51 seconds left, the Tigers have moved it across into Cardinal territory. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Thank you.
Call Mad Sky Rentals for all your home rental needs at 479-251-9403 and online at madskyrentals.com. Mad Sky is cheering on those cards.
Sometimes the things we want to do aren't quite the things we end up doing. But with Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast fillets, you can make eating right a promise to yourself you actually keep. No preservatives, 98% fat-free, and fully cooked. So you'll be eating right in no time, just like you intended. Tyson grilled and ready chicken.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. And Coach, Tigers run 2 plays, pick up 49 yards.
Yeah. we've talked about it already. The big play is really what's hurting us defensively. When they kind of just, trying to chip away, we're kind of standing up and holding them. But we're letting them slip out and make some big plays, a couple big pass plays. We really got to do a better job defending. Got to do a better job of when we come underneath, we make a good play on the ball and we make sure it doesn't get past us.
First down and 10, the ball at the Cardinal 41-yard line. Tigers back into wing T. Here comes the inside trap to Bobby Cat, and he is held up by Hayden Sutton.
That's that same play that, they sprung for about 40 yards last time. Much better job there of not over-pursuing across the defensive line, kind of staying at home. Now they're going to switch to the spread.
Game clock's down to 30 seconds. There's a hold on Yoakum. And that pass is complete to Bobby Cat down to the 33-yard line. And Yoakum.
Yeah, he got tackled in the backfield.
Yoakum was coming off the edge, and the young man bear hugged him. Once again, Orr's helmet comes off. He'll have to come out of the game for one play.
Got a timeout by Prairie Grove. Shows they've got 2 left still.
Well, you know what? If you call a timeout, you may not. I'm not sure on that rule. If you use your timeout, he may not have to come out of the game.
I don't know how that works either. That's a good question, Jeff. I'm not sure. I would think if you call a timeout that he could go back in.
Yeah, that's what I would think. It'd be just like an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. The ball is sitting at the Cardinal 33.5-yard line. It's third down and 3.5 yards. Redbirds up by 6. And 3 big plays tonight for the Tigers has really been the difference in the game.
Yeah. I thought the way we came out and the way we played defensively and offensively in the first quarter, I thought, boy, we're really going to kind of roll with this and kind of take control. And, Prairie Grove has fought back.
Yep.
Big play, and we've let them do it. We've let them make big plays. We've tried to undercut a pass and let it get through our hands. Things.
Now they've got Sainer lined up way out at a split end.
We got 2 over 3. There we go. Just a
Morrell
flood route.
He's going to take off running. He's got a first down and is going to be run out of bounds at the 23-yard line with 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. Now they'll start taking shots toward the end zone.
The key there is that we let him get out of bounds. Of course, they got timeouts left. If we wouldn't let him get out of bounds, then as soon as the chains were set, they would roll the clock. But because he got out of bounds here, they get to call their play and take their time.
Cardinal defense trying to hold on, go into the half with a 6-point lead. 20-14, 11 seconds left, 12 seconds left on the play clock. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Merrill's up under center. Here he's going to roll out, goes for Sainer. Sainer catches it at the 20, trying to get out of bounds. And they stop the clock and call timeout with 3 seconds. And I got tickled. Coach Abser was trying to call timeout long before the
the play was even over.
Yeah.
The play was still going on, and they're calling timeout.
So Prairie Grove will call the timeout. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
See you soon. They're coming. They're all coming. And they're bringing your mother.
What are we gonna do?
Inside Mouth, Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great. In only minutes, marinate your turkey on the inside with Tony Chachere's injectable marinade for that great buttery flavor. Then add a little spice to the outside with Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning. It's the perfect combination.
This must have taken you two all day.
It was easy.
With Tony Chachere's.
Tony Chachere's! Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
All right, Cardinal fans, 3 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Big play right here.
Tigers got the ball at the 14-yard line. I'm sorry, the 19-yard line. They're going to run 3 receivers split to the far side, one to the near side.
And call timeout again.
Prairie Grove's going to use their last timeout.
I think mainly they just wanted to see how we're going to line up. They were planning on using that timeout just to see how we're going to line up against that formation. Now they can adjust their routes or whatever based on how we lined up.
Well, you cannot take them home with you.
That's right.
Might as well use them.
That's right.
Well, Coach, it's been a very entertaining, good first half.
It has.
I thought our offensive line has done a great job defensively. We've done a good job. We let them on that trap. One big play, we come crashing in. They got to Bobby Cat, got to the outside, went deep. We had great coverage. Josh had great coverage on a Prairie Grove receiver. Went to knock the ball down, mistimed his jump. Prairie Grove guy caught it. Mm-hmm. Then you had, the big tight end break free. And, so you take away 3 plays.
Yeah, that's right.
And, but you ask any coach and they'll say a difference in a game could be 3-4 plays.
That's right.
So
it seems like every year when we play Prairie Grove, the fullback trap, the tailback trap, and the tight end dump are always the plays that hurt us. And you look at tonight, that's really what's hurt us. They've had a couple pass plays that have hurt us that weren't a tight end dump. But that tight end dump hurt us. The tailback trap hurt us. And we've got to do better second half of keeping those big. Oh, that's motion.
Yep. Looks like they had a false start, so they'll move it back 5 yards.
The center picked up the ball to snap it and then put it back down. If you're going to pick it up, you might as well go ahead and toss it back there.
So they got Taryn Pettigrew that has come in on the defensive line. And as soon as the Prairie Grove offensive lineman moved, Taryn jumped through the gap. So here we go. Ball now back at the 24-yard line. Lined up in the shotgun. Here comes the blitz, trying to go across the middle, and that pass is incomplete as Walker Davis lowered the boom.
Boy, he did. Yeah, he put his face mask right in the middle of Ryan's shoulder, right in the middle of his chest bone, and he laid him flat. He's, that's a good, tough quarterback can get up from that. So he's going to remember that come second half.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, we was a little late getting on the air tonight.
Yes, we were.
We had some issues. I blame it all on Brian Law.
I do too.
Superintendent Brian Law. It's
maybe
all his fault.
Maybe a little bit of Brad Blue.
Well, yeah, but he's,
he did help us out. He got us a parking spot up here close.
Yeah, that's true. So we got the coaches interview, and I think there's 2 or 3 other interviews. Why don't we just go ahead and play them through this halftime, and then we'll come back right before kickoff.
Sounds good to me.
take you where no man has ever gone before. But the theme from the Star Trek motion picture. The stage music is also from the theme of the Star Trek The Next Generation.
Hello, Cardinal fans. My name is Jared Morrison. I'm here with Coach Mike Adams, and welcoming you to the 2014 football season. Coach, thank you for taking some time to talk to us today.
Always glad to, Jared.
So, lots of changes this year. Big change, moving to the 5A. We got changes as far as losing some seniors last year, and some position switches. Tell us a little bit about your offense, about your defense, about things you're doing different, about who's in what position, that kind of thing.
Well, defensively, we've changed from a 4-3 scheme to a 4-2-5 look, primarily because it fits our personnel better. We don't have a bunch of the big inside linebacker type guys. We do have a lot of safety types that a lot of kids that have played and have some experience. So we felt that helped us. And then plus going into our new league, just about everybody in that league is a spread team. There's 2 teams that run the Tony Franklin system where they're totally spread and they're running plays every 12 seconds. So we felt like for those 2 reasons we had to make that change. Offensively, we've added a few wrinkles. Spencer and I went to Auburn last spring and spent several days down there and brought back a little bit of their read option scheme, and we've been installing that ever since. And we'll hopefully that'll add another dimension to our offense.
Now, offensively, do you think we're still going to see some of our traditional I formation type plays, power and trap, but then we'll spread it out and do some read option too?
Exactly. We're not going totally to spread or totally. We're going to try and hopefully be a tough team to defend because we may line up on one play with 2 backs and come power at you, and then we may line up with 1 back or no back the next play. And we've got some things we will add added to our offense. We feel like we've got a lot of good skill. We've got some kids we want to get the ball to in space, and hopefully this will help us get the ball distributed to those guys and make us a more difficult team to defend.
Defensively, you said you switched to the 4-2-5. How does that affect our players? Is that a hard transition for them to make, or from a 4-3 to a 4-2, is it really pretty easy?
Really, it's not. With the 2 inside linebacker guys, they're basically unchanged from what they've done in the past. It is a little bit different for those safety types, our outside linebackers, but it's not a difficult scheme at all. And that's probably what most about it is that it allows us to be a little more aggressive. We've come up with a really simple blitz scheme, but it gives us a lot of options as far as blitzing, and hopefully it allows our kids to play fast and be physical. That's the thing that we want to emphasize, is being physical and playing fast and being more of an attacking style defense.
So with the change to 5A, we no longer are going to play Prairie Grove during the regular season. So we get to face Prairie Grove, our big rival here, first game of the season. How does that change, having this be our first regular season game? How does that affect you as a coaching staff and your players?
Well, I think it has the biggest effect it has is it keeps our players' attention, throughout the summer and in fall camp. We know that big game's coming up right now, and it keeps our guys focused. And some of those really dog days of August when it's really tough, you've been out there practicing for 2 weeks against nobody, but that Prairie Grove's around the corner, and that gives us just a little bit more motivation, a little more emphasis to bear down and get better. And so we've had a real good fall camp. We've been pleased with the effort of our kids. I can go back and think of one day where we had a really bad day during that time, and that's exceptional. This is a good group of seniors. We've lost 4 or 5 of those guys, decided not to continue in our program, but the ones that are here have done a great job, and I think they're going to their effort's going to carry over to the rest of our kids.
I came to the junior high game last night, got to watch junior high play Prairie Grove. From the looks of what the junior high showed us in Prairie Grove, not going to be much change in what we see out of them. Is that correct? Typical wing tee.
Wing tee. They've done a little bit of spread. We went and watched some scrimmage against Green Forest last week, and I think they got the spread set maybe 5 or 6 plays. They're going to be a traditional wing tee team. They've got Eli Lopez at fullback. We at halfback. Those are 2 exceptional backs. The quarterback, they played 2 the other night. The Morrow kid, I think, is a guy who will probably end up being their starter, but one's more of a passer and the other one's just a little bit more of a runner. So you got to prepare for all that. But they've got all facets of the wing tee. They've got the buck, they've got the trap, they've got the counter, and particularly of concern to us is their option scheme. They hurt us bad with it last year. Keepers by the quarterback. So that's been a point of emphasis for us throughout throughout preseason is really working our option responsibilities.
Last year we had a little bit of a quarterback battle. This year you got Waggle in at the quarterback. Is he pretty much set? And, he's going to be your starter.
Bryce is the guy, and Taryn Pettigrew is our backup, and Jake Oski, who's we moved there. One of our sophomores, he was a running back last year. We moved him to quarterback, and he's had a good spring and a good fall. But Bryce is our guy, and everybody knows that. And that he's had a good fall camp. He's learning. He's still not a finished project yet by any stretch of the imagination, but he's done a good job with our option scheme. That's a lot to put on a quarterback right now, but he's done a good job of that. And he had an exceptional night throwing the football against Gravett. He's practice. He has good days and bad days as far as throwing the football, but when we turn the lights on and grab it, he looked really good. He threw the ball extremely well. And, we're hoping that'll continue when we turn the lights on every Friday night.
I've come out to practice a few days and got to watch you guys, and the one thing I see is you have a lot of size. If you look at your offensive line, to me they look huge. I don't know, maybe because I'm coaching Pee Wee and I'm used to those little guys, but kind of go through your line and who you got there and the size you got.
Well, we're not nearly as big as we were last year. Seth Troilo is our right tackle right now, and he's 5'9", about 220. Matt Duffy's our right guard. He's 6 foot and about 260. Morgan Lewis is 6'1". He's 245 or 250. Hayden Sutton 6 foot, 270, and then Charlie Wood is our little guy. He's about 5'9" and about 215. We're not nearly as big as we were last year, but we're much more athletic. Our guys up there can move a little bit, and they're a good unit right now. Osvaldo Guerca he is a big guy. He's a whole line by himself. He's 6'3" and about 350. He's come on and he's worked so hard in the offseason to get where he can bend and move a little bit, and he's going to be able to help us and give us some time in there. Levi Green's another kid that's going to play. Tanner Barnes is a sophomore that has shown some real flashes in camp. And we had Jonathan Kirshner, who's a kid that moved in here, was at Springdale Harbor last year. He was a junior that, he's a long, lean kid. He's like 6'4", about 210. He's a guy that, is not ready to play yet, but he's a guy that we hope by the end of the year will be able to give us some time. So we feel good about the offensive line. Coach Morgan, Coach Adams has done a really good job with them. I've been real pleased with that group in pass protection. That was just a assignment by one guy. He just blew his assignment. But other than that, our protection's been good, and that's going to be a key for us tonight because Prairie Grove, they live and die by the blitz. They bring blitzes from everywhere. They like to bring the free safety. They bring all those outside linebackers. They bring 6 or 7 guys at a time. So we've worked real hard on protection. We've worked real hard on our quarterbacks and our receivers being able to read hot. And we've got to know who's responsible for who. And if we get that blitz, we got to be able to get rid of the football quick. So, that's going to be the key for us tonight is how well we protect the quarterback. Because I think if we have good protection, I think with our receivers, I think we have some good matchups that we can take advantage of. But again, it's key. We got to have great protection.
Last year, you had the numbers where you could kind of split up and have a separate offense and a separate defense. Is that going to work out this year, or is there numbers down a little bit where we're going to have to guys going both ways?
We've got 50 guys out there, and but we're going to have several that play both ways. Morgan Lewis is a guy that we've got to have on the offensive line. He's the leader up there, but he's also a really good defensive end. He's going to play a lot. Zach Yoakum's starting at the other defensive end. Is going to start fullback for us. Justice Hobbs is our starting tailback, and he'll play a lot at linebacker. Michael Ingram is one of our starting receivers, and we're going to use him as a third corner in passing situations. He'll see a lot of time. Matt Duffy, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. So there's several guys that are, going to get a lot of time out there. We've spent more time conditioning this year than we've had since I've been here. We've really emphasized it throughout off season, throughout the summer. We had some 6 o'clock workouts where we came in and did nothing but conditioning work for about almost an hour and 15 minutes, and hopefully that'll pay off for us. Those guys are going to have to be in great shape.
Well, Coach, appreciate you taking some time out of your day, and good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm here with senior Josh Blue, asking him a few questions about the Prairie Grove game tonight. How do you think our defense will handle Prairie Grove's new quarterback without them having Jacob Storley?
Well, first of all, we don't really have a good idea of who's going to be quarterback tonight. But I know the speed factor is kind of out without Jacob Storley. Jacob Storley was very fast. He ran the option very well, and we're just ready to play whoever, I guess, Yeah.
What have you been focusing on the past few weeks in practice in preparation for this game?
Me individually, I've been really focusing on just knowing my assignments, being where I'm supposed to be, playing fast, playing physical, not afraid to stick my nose in some contact, and I feel like the team's preparing very well for Prairie Grove.
What do you think the atmosphere of the first game will be like?
Well, even though it's not a non-conference game, this game is still huge. People are going to be very excited. The place is going to be packed. It's going to be loud. The crowd's going to be aggressive. The players are going to be aggressive. It's going to be a good time.
How do you think the unfortunate death of Coach Green will affect Prairie Grove's play?
They're going to come out very emotional, but I don't blame them at all. I mean, if something like that happened here, we would come out emotional, playing our hardest. But sometimes emotions can get the best of you and go against you.
What's the difference between playing Prairie Grove at Farmington and playing Prairie Grove at Prairie Grove?
Playing Prairie Grove at Prairie Grove, it's very hostile. I kind of feel like the stands are closer to the field at Prairie Grove, and it's some of the things they say just kind of intimidate you, but you just kind of have to ignore it, and you just have to play like it's any other game.
And is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'd like to see everyone come out for the game. Your support is needed, and if you come out, you're going to see a great game, great performance, and a lot of fight.
I'm Will Warren with the Farmington Broadcast Weather Team, and the Cardinals will be taking on Prairie Grove tonight at Prairie Grove. And there's a slight chance of showers all throughout the evening, and hopefully that will not be the case because we want to see the best field conditions possible. At the start of the game, the temperature should be in the mid-80s, and as the sun goes down and the game progresses, the temperature should slowly drop down into the mid-70s. And that's all now. Back to the broadcast. I'm Will Warren.
Let's face it, the family budget is under attack, and PG Telco's coming to the rescue with high-speed internet for as little as $9.95 per month for 12 months, and they back their service with a 24-hour repair service guarantee. That means you'll be connected to Farmington Cardinal Athletics on pgtelco.com. So if you're looking for local and long-distance phone service, the high-speed internet, or even direct TV, you can get it all at PG Telco. Call them at 267-7200. That's 267-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
See you soon. They're coming. They're all coming. And they're bringing your mother.
What are we gonna do?
Inside Mouth, Tony Sacheries makes everything taste great. In only minutes, marinate your turkey on the inside with Tony Sacheries injectable marinade for that great buttery flavor. Then add a little spice to the outside with Tony Sacheries' famous Creole seasoning. It's the perfect combination.
This must have taken you two all day.
It was easy.
With Tony Cherries.
Tony Sacheries! Tony Sacheries makes everything taste great.
Gotcha.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. A minute left here before, and of course, I hate this part, and I crap about it every year. Halftime is going to be over in a minute, and then they'll bring them out of the locker room and give them the 3-minute warm-up.
I know. Why don't they just add 3 minutes on to halftime?
It don't make no sense,
No,
does
it doesn't. No. That's the AAA for you, though.
Yep. Hey, a very, very entertaining first half, and I got some numbers for you here. Justice Hobbs, 22 rushes for 109 yards. Waggle, in his first start, was 7 for 9 with 97 yards and 221 total yards offense on 35 plays for the Redbirds.
That's some pretty good statistics to put up for the first game of the year.
Hobbs' longest run was 16 yards, and the long pass play of the night was 57 yards to Ingram. For Prairie Grove, their big tight end, Dylan Sainer, had 4 catches for 72 yards. Morale, their quarterback, was 6 for 8 for 119 yards. They had 210 total yards on 23 plays. But here's the kicker, Coach. They had 3 huge plays. They had 2 pass plays, 1 for 33 yards, 1 for 40 yards, and then they had a 34-yard rushing play to Bobby Catt when he broke containment on that trap.
And we talked about it in the first half a lot, that the big plays are what's killing us defensively. We got to do a better job in the secondary of when we break on the ball, don't come underneath the receiver unless you're 100% sure that you can either knock it down or get the interception. Other than that, you got to stick with your receiver. We did better there towards the end of the second half of not overflowing or over pursuing with our defensive linemen. You know, that one trap that Bobby Cat broke is because we kind of over pursued and we slid down the line a little too much. And so we did a better job of that towards the end of the second half. But you're exactly right. We've got to stop those big plays. Prairie Grove's going to get the ball here to start off the second half. We really need to hold them here, get the ball back, and get one of those long, sustained drives just like we had at the beginning.
They got the captains out on the field, and, you know, Redbirds had the ball first, so they will be kicking. They are going to be moving right to left on your 95-inch big screen.
It got smaller. It was 105 last year at the end of the year.
It could get bigger toward the end of the year. Yeah.
It'll be 1,000 inches by the time we're done.
It will be like Donald Reynolds Razorback Stadium.
Next year it'll be like AT&T Stadium down there in Dallas.
Yeah, the Jumbotron.
Yeah, how big is that thing? That's got to be.
It stretches from like the 25 to the 25.
We got to figure out how many inches that is, and we're going to figure that out.
Well, that shouldn't be hard, Coach.
Well, no, but it's diagonal, so you got to figure out the diagonal. Because when you talk about TVs, you're talking about from one corner to another.
No, we're just talking about from
you're
where
talking
it
from
starts
width
to
width.
where it starts. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but when you got 46...
When you watch the TV, do you turn your head so you're diagonal,
No,
watch it from
but when
corner to corner, or do you watch it from side to side?
You watch it from side to side.
Well,
You're
then
right.
why do you do that diagonal thing?
Because
See,
it's
that
longer.
makes no sense.
It's mathematically, that number is
is
longer.
another one
That's
of them
the hypotenuse.
ploys. It's sort of like jumbo shrimp.
Yeah.
How can shrimp be jumbo?
Yeah, it's oxymoron.
That don't make no sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
June peas.
Yeah.
How come we can't have them in August?
We can.
Because it's June peas.
It's a lie. You can have them anytime you want.
And here's the one that is just always drove me crazy. You know, times it was kind of tough there for a while, you know, the commie on the downswing, and they were still selling fancy cut pineapple. Would it be cheaper if we just cut it,
Regular
quit trying to
cut
be
pineapple.
fancy?
Yeah, quit being fancy with it.
Yeah. If I was president, I would correct a bunch of this stuff.
I think you're right.
Yep.
But, you know, when you buy a 50-inch TV, it's not really 50 inches. That's from corner to corner. That's the hypotenuse. You know, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. It's that math geometry stuff coming in.
So it's like B squared minus 4AC all over 2A.
Sure.
The Pythagorean theorem. B squared plus or minus, I don't remember.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Isn't it B
about.
squared?
I don't remember. I was a math teacher. I can't remember that.
Well, I was a student at one time, but I slept through most of that day. I remember they talking about that Pythagorean theorem.
Well, Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's about a right triangle. But you're thinking of the quadratic equation.
Yep,
quadratic
that's what
formula.
it is.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yep. Why would you name anything a quadratic?
Well, because it's, I don't know.
What
Something to do with 4.
Yeah, what are we looking for?
Roster.
Which one?
Any of them.
A Farmington roster?
Yeah, we got an extra.
Yeah.
You know, Prairie Grove, they're unprepared.
Are Prairie Grove people
now,
want
is this for the students? You going to start calling out names? Oh, okay.
I may not.
We'll give one to the news people. We won't give one to the student section.
Hey, I know who that kid is, too.
We'll track him down.
Yeah, we'll go get him.
Hey, our 3 minutes is up.
It takes forever.
Yeah. Longest 3 minutes in football right there.
Yep.
Well, I say it's up. There's still 50 seconds left.
Yep. I think we just got had.
I think we did.
I think he just took a
he
roster
just took
down
that
there.
straight to the student section.
Yep.
So they're going to start yelling out names.
Yep. Yep. 30 seconds left, and coaches, first half, I thought our offensive line did a great job. Defensive line did a great job. Here's my concerns now. Hobbs had, 22 carries in the first half. So you worry about what's he going to be like in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's going both ways. We talked already that we saw that I thought Yoakum was kind of slowing down a little bit, especially there towards the end of the second quarter. That's going to hurt us. But one thing, we watched the coach's interview there at halftime. Coach Adams said that was one of their main focuses, and he said that this is the most conditioning they've done as a team since he came here as a coach. So that's a lot of years. He says they did more conditioning with this team than anyone else. They had some 6 a.m. workouts there towards the end of the summer. They brought them in and made them run. And so, hopefully that'll pay off. But right now, it's going to take a while because no matter how much you practice, no matter how much you condition, game conditions are different. Coming out here with the adrenaline flowing, moving, going hard every play, it's different than a practice.
Well, if you're a Redbird and you're coming out of the locker room after halftime, you got to be a little fired up compared to where you was last year at halftime
That's
of this
right.
game.
That's right.
So,
it's frustrating to see how well we played that first quarter. Prairie Grove had, 5 plays?
One
plays. Of them was the penalty.
Yeah.
We really kind of had control of the game, and then to come out and let them get some big plays and get back and stay in this game. They're in this game. Almost took the lead there at the very end. And so, I can't say that Prairie Grove has really just pounded it at us and really dominated us, but we've let them stay in it the whole game.
Odell's got it teed up, kicks toward the sidelines. They're going to let it bounce at the 16-yard line. It's picked up, breaks up the sidelines, and Josh Blue trips up the runner at the 35-yard line, and the runner's a little slow getting up.
He's very slow getting up.
And he got kind of twisted up there.
Yeah, he's tried to get up 2 or 3 times, and I don't know if he's cramped or what. But normally when they try to get up and they can't, it's usually because they have a cramp, and I hope that's all it is.
I think that's Blake Falk, number 20.
Yeah, it looks like it the way they're stretching him. Yeah, cramps. We can deal with cramps. Cramps are not, not a huge deal. They hurt.
Coach Harper's out there being the trainer until the Prairie Grove trainer gets there. I don't know if I'd want Coach Harper working on me.
I don't know either.
He's kind of shady, I think, on his medical techniques.
I bet he is. Hey, when you got a cramp, though, and your calf muscle's cramped up, you don't care who's stretching. As long as somebody's in there pushing down on your toe and helping you stretch it out, you're happy because those hurt.
That's the first time all night the student section sat down. Both student sections sat down as a player was hurt. So good sportsmanship there from both sides. 11:55 to go in the third quarter. And Falk is trying to get to the sidelines and trying to kick them cramps out.
It's pretty warm out here tonight. I know when we first pulled into the parking lot, the temperature gauge on the car, the thermometer said 91. It's cooled off a little bit since then, but it's still pretty muggy.
Yes, it is.
Now, tomorrow night for the Razorback game, it's going to be nice.
77.
Yeah, beautiful football weather tomorrow night.
Yoakum, Duffy, Green, and Lewis across the front, and we're going to have a stoppage right here.
Either going to be a motion or offsides on the defense.
Here we go.
88 degrees right now.
They're saying we lined up in the neutral zone.
Will the weatherman is upstairs filming, but if he was here, he'd tell us it's 88 degrees with about 65% humidity.
Well, the official that threw that flag is over on the Cardinal sidelines, and he is getting an earful. So Cardinal defense gives up 5 yards without even running a play. Merrill's up under center. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, great
Bobby
play.
Catt to the backfield trying to get to the corner and is tracked down by Josh Williams and T.J. Askegaard. And it looks like Josh is cramping up now.
I think, was that Blake Putnam or was that Zach Yoakum? I think it was Blake Putnam that got in there and got on Bobby Catt right as he got the football. He was back in the backfield. There was a little outside linebacker blitz, but he wasn't able to get him down. Bobby Catt did a good job of fighting off that initial tackler, getting extra yards after contact. Yeah, looks like we got another cramper.
And you talked about it. It's hot. It's muggy.
Not a lot of breeze.
And, a lot of people say, well, how can you just come out of halftime?
You cool off
a
lot at halftime. Apparently that 3-minute warm-up didn't help much.
Wasn't long enough.
No,
Need 4
we
minutes.
need 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Get warmed back up so you don't cramp.
Merrill's back up under center. Here comes a handoff to Bobby
Bug
Catt.
sweep.
Bobby trying to get to the outside. Josh Blue is coming in to trip him up, but not before he gets a first down. As we lost containment over there on the outside.
Yeah, Morgan Lewis is over there on that side this time, but he got sucked inside, got somebody on his outside shoulder and lost containment. We got to do a good job of staying outside, but, at the same time, you can't run upfield because you get trapped. They'll kick out block on you. So, that's a hard position to play against a wing team.
Redbirds are going to have to stop them on 4 plays. I don't see Coach Absher using a punter anytime tonight.
No, especially if they cross midfield.
Yeah. So the ball's at the Tiger 47-yard line. And Putman almost gets him again. Now he's got a Bobby Catt wide open. And Chaz Turner is going to tackle him at about the 17-yard line.
They've got us outnumbered over there on that side. And they had a little pick play lined up there. Number 17, Kyler Birdsong, kind of picked on Chaz Turner, picked him off and kind of held him up there, and so Chaz couldn't get across and get over there towards Bobby Cat.
Well, 17 is Dylan Sainer, the big tight end for the Tigers. So they got
I'm
first.
looking at our roster.
Yeah, you
looking
are.
at the wrong
It's all
roster.
right. So it's first down and 10 at the Cardinals' 16-yard line. 10:45 left to go in the third quarter. Here comes the snap. Handoff, quick hitter up the middle, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. And that is number 8, Eli Lopez.
That's that exact same play that Bobby Cat broke big for about 45 yards earlier in the game. They executed it well. There was a big hole there. Nobody really touched him. We got to stand up here defensively. I know we're tired. We've got a lot of guys going both ways, but we got to stiffen up on defense.
Well, right now, the Redbirds look a step slow.
Yeah, they do.
So this is for the lead as it's 20-20. Here's the snap, and we'll just about block that. Morgan Lewis coming in from the left side, but kick is good, and now the Tigers have taken the lead for the first time tonight, 21-20.
You know, you look at what we had momentum-wise going all the way through the first quarter, about halfway almost into the second quarter, and that's when the momentum change really shifted over to Prairie Grove. It's carried through halftime. They've continued to keep the momentum. What we've got to do to stop this momentum here is we've got to get a big, long, sustaining drive here, take some time off the clock, and kind of take some air, deflate this Prairie Grove team.
Yep. We'll look for a steady dose of Hobbs.
Yeah, you know, Coach Adams talked about that with me today. Is he'd really like to get kind of like we had in the first half. Get some of those long drives where we just pounded at them, get 4 or 5 yards at a time, then let Bryce stand up and throw one. Try to see if we can break one big. We get them all sucked in, coming in hard on the run a little play action, throw one over their heads.
Well, one thing we don't need to do now is we don't need to get away from what we've been doing.
Yeah.
You're down 1 point. But you still got a quarter and 10 minutes of another one.
Yeah, it's a brand new game, pretty much.
So.
The one thing we can't, and Prairie Grove has done a good job. Prairie Grove hasn't had very many mistakes. We've got to eliminate mistakes. They're offsides right now. Their up back is on the wrong side of the football.
And I thought I heard a whistle. But I guess I didn't.
They've got a guy standing there directing the line, telling them when to go or not, and he was standing on this side of the 40, so that should have been offsides. They just wouldn't talk to him.
Yeah, the official just told him, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's awful nice of him to come over there and just tell him, hey, watch where you're standing. I'd rather see some yellow on the turf.
I would too. Well, the Cardinals got good field position at the 40-yard line. I think that was T.J. Askegaard that fielded that last kick. And so let's see what the Redbirds can do. Waggle's going to line up in the shotgun. Hobbs is right beside him. Huff and Ingram come split to the near side. Odell to the far side. Here comes a wide receiver screen. Ingram jukes one at the 40 and then is brought down at the 43-yard line. As that tackle was made by Drake Hacker as Bobby Cat come running up.
And we got another cramper.
That is Sam Dodd.
Yeah, I can see his calf muscle tightened up from way over here. He's definitely cramped up. It's a pretty good play there.
So that's a pickup of about 4 yards.
My wife just sent me a text.
What's that?
We both said yeller.
Yeller?
Yeah, we'd like to see some yeller on the field. I don't think I said yeller. I think I said yellow.
I remember hearing you say yellow.
Yellow. That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Like mellow yellow.
Yeah, now she's texted me again.
People don't say mellow yeller. They say mellow
yellow.
Mellow yellow. Yeah. We say yellow for flags.
That's right. Yellow flags. Not yeller.
Yeah. Sam is up and walking off the field. So we have played 1 minute and 45 seconds, and that is the third player we've seen that's cramped up.
Yeah, you can definitely see the effect that halftime has had on these players. They've gone in, it's hot and muggy, they were all warmed up, went in there, cooled off, sat down for a while, those muscles start to tighten up, and that 3-minute warm-up was not sufficient.
Nope, need 4 minutes.
Yep. Let's just make the halftime 20 minutes.
Yep. Waggles up under center. Here comes the toss to Hobbs. Hobbs has got Zach Yoakum out blocking in front of him. Hobbs puts his foot down and gets up to about the 45-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 2 yards.
But it looked like a big gain because he started so deep.
Yeah.
You know, we tossed the ball to him 4 yards back, and he cuts it up there. And I was like, oh, that's a good 6-yard gain. But then I look at the original line of scrimmage. It was only 2 yards.
So it's 3rd down and a long 4. They have to get just almost to the midfield to get a first down.
Yeah, big play right here. The way we've been playing defensively, the way Prairie Grove's been able to move the ball on us, we really need this first down right here. Keep the ball out of their offense's hands.
Here's a quick toss to Ingram, and it's off his pads. Great throw there from Waggle, and it just went off the chest plate of Ingram's pads, so it's going to be 4th down.
That's a pretty good protection. You know, Waggle wasn't really rushed. Good throw. Just got to make the catch.
So here we go. We're going to see Waggle in the pooch kick formation. And it wouldn't surprise me if we did something with a little wrinkle here.
Yeah.
Waggle's going to kick it. It's a high, wobbly kick that's going to hit at the 25 and then roll dead at the 21-yard line. So Cardinal defense started off really strong, needs to come in and make some plays right now.
Yeah, you know, that's frustrating there offensively. We did so well in the first half to come out here our first possession in the second half and go 3 and out. We've got to get some long, sustained drives, just like we talked about. Take some of the air out of this Prairie Grove offense. Get them on the sidelines. Let them cool off so they'll cramp a little bit more.
Why do you want people to cramp up?
Well, I'm just saying, if they're cramping, we're faster than they are.
Yeah. So it's going to be 1st down and 10. The ball sitting squarely on the 20-yard line. You got Sutton, Yoakum, Lewis, and Green across the front. T.J. Askegaard, or Charlie Wood, and Hobbs are your linebackers. Here comes the quarterback keeper, and he cuts it back in under Chaz Turner, but Charlie Wood is there. Now we've got another cramp. And this is Bobby Catt that's over here on the sidelines.
Boy, they are dropping like flies. Both sides of the ball. Seeing lots of cramps right now.
Got a bunch of kids on both teams playing both ways.
We do, yeah. Lots of guys going both directions. In fact, right now I see 2 of them stretching
yeah.
for Prairie Grove. You're going to have this. This first game of the year, it's always kind of hot. First time that they've really had most time in practice, you practice the whole time. You stay warm the whole time. Your body's not used to this, practicing for a little bit, cooling off for a halftime, and then get back out here and get warmed back up again. So a little bit of an adjustment here for all the guys.
So you got Bobby Catt coming off the field with a cramp. You also got Blake Falk come off the field with a cramp. Referees are drinking water. I'd like to see them cramp up.
That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be funny.
That'd be pretty humorous.
Yeah. They're still working on Bobby Catt right on the 21-yard line. And, Coach, you know as well as I do, once you get that first one,
they keep coming.
They do.
Yeah.
It's going to affect you the whole rest of the ball game.
And, you're always a little, in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, I don't want it to cramp up again because it hurts. Cramps are not comfortable. Good thing is it's just, it's not an injury. It's just some pain.
Big Hayden Sutton is going off the field. It looks like he's cramping. Everybody's cramping.
Everybody's cramping.
Scott Sugg is cramping up here in the press box. Problem, nobody wants to really help him, though.
No.
He
stretched himself.
Yep.
Nobody's touching him.
Well, this has been a long delay.
It has. Well, Jeff, you want to go to commercial? Let him keep on stretching?
Yeah, well, let's just take a quick break, and we'll see if they're going to get him off the field here.
Oh, now he's coming off the field.
All right, so they got everybody off the field, and we're ready to go back to playing. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. The ball is at the 27-yard line. Both teams right now are tired.
I'm getting tired of them being tired.
I'm tired. 8:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Yoakum Green, Morgan Lewis, and Walker Davis comes in on the blitz, and once again they throw to the area we evacuated. And the catch is made. Catch is made out there in the flats. Davis come in on a blitz and just unloaded on the quarterback, and the quarterback hit Chamberlain right where Davis left, and it's going to be enough for a first down. So
yeah. Now we got another player down.
Who's down now? It's a Farmington player. This is going to take a long time to play this half, and we're going to cramp up after every play. I'm trying to see. Let's see. I believe. Who are we missing out there? That may be Charlie Wood.
I think you may be right. Well, Jeff, now let's try to go to commercial.
Let's try to go to commercial.
Williams Tractor is a proud supporter of Farmington High School, academics, and athletics, and wishes all Farmington teams a successful season. Williams Tractor carries over 120 different lines of equipment and knows that tradition is as important on the field as it is in serving our customers. Good luck to all competitors and coaches. Williams Tractor would like to thank Farmington and the surrounding communities for their business and is proud to have served our customers since 1973.
Let's face it, the family budget is under attack, and PG Telco's coming to the rescue with high-speed internet for as little as $9.95 per month for 12 months, and they back their service with a 24-hour repair service guarantee. That means you'll be connected to Farmington Cardinal Athletics on pgtelco.com. So if you're looking for local and long-distance phone service, the high-speed internet, or even direct TV, you can get it all at PG Telco. Call them at 267-7200. That's 267-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Farmington Schools is currently seeking both full-time and substitute bus drivers. If you or someone you know has their commercial driver's license or would like more information on getting theirs, please contact Transportation Director Jim Hendricks at 479-267-6023. That's 479-267-6023. Farmington Schools is a better way to drive.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. Big Charlie Wood cramped up over here on this sideline, and they're trying to oh, Charlie's a big old boy.
He is.
And got both the trainers
trying to help him off the side. Oh, he cramped up again.
Got the Prairie Grove trainer helping him and the Farmington trainer helping him. And here they go. Well, at this rate, we're having players cramp up after every game. Mitch Bartholomew will probably be down there playing before the game's over. And he used to cramp up after every play when he was in high school, so that won't be an improvement. Mitch says he's good for one play, but he'd probably go the wrong way. All right, here we go. We're back to playing. It's first down and 10. The ball's sitting at the Tiger 40-yard line. 8:30 left to go in the third quarter.
Still a lot of time left. Seems like it should be fourth quarter, but still 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Morales up under center. Here comes the delayed handoff. Big hole up the middle, and is brought down by Morgan Lewis. I thought we had fumbled the ball. But
I thought so too. The way Morgan was struggling there, I thought that the ball would come loose.
That was Solomon Walker, the junior, that checked in for Bobby Catt. So it's second down and a long 2, short 3.
Well, the one thing I see that we got to do a little bit better defensively is our interior linemen. A lot depends on those interior linemen, those defensive ends. Interior linemen has got to do a good job of coming off low and not getting driven back. They have got to hold up the guard and the centers. The two guards and the center.
Morales up under center here. Comes the quick hitter. No, he read the fake the handoff. Faked the handoff up to the fullback, and Yoakum smoked him. The quarterback had a good read there. I think it was Josh Williams that was out there on the tackle.
You know, that's just the old-time beer option. Been around forever, and it is hard to defend. You know, there's 3 phases to it. You got the fullback on the dive, you got the quarterback on the keep, and you got the tailback on the pitch. And it's a hard play to defend.
3rd down and short. Here comes a handoff on the buck sweep, and it gets around Big Morgan and picks up 5 yards, enough for a 1st down. And Coach, right now, you know, the parts of the line that we was dominating in the first quarter, you know, I think fatigue is hitting us.
I think you're right.
And
yeah.
you know, we're not fighting quite as hard to get off that block.
No, we gotta get our second wind here and really pick things up. You know, you see us standing around out there. We've all got our hands on our hips. We gotta get some fire under our butts here and make something happen.
1st down and 10. The ball at the Cardinal 44-yard line. Fakes a handoff, and this time they are going to get him in the backfield.
There we go.
And we had a host of Cardinals in there that time, as that was Blake Putnam and Morgan Lewis, and I think Zach Yoakum was in there. I tell you what, Prairie Grove was talking about their receiver got knocked down, but he was behind the line of scrimmage, and Zach Yoakum unloaded on him.
Yeah, it doesn't. If they're on the line of scrimmage, they got a little buffer zone there that you can hit the receiver as hard as you want to.
So now it's 2nd down and 12. 5:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the quick toss, and that pass is going to be picked off by Josh Williams.
And that's the momentum swing we needed. You know, we needed something to go our way. And that right there did it. Now we got to get this ball, drive it down, and make something happen. You know, getting points off of turnovers is huge. It's huge swing in a ball game.
Drake Hacker was the intended receiver.
Had a little twist up there where our outside linebacker was coming underneath. I think that was Blake Putnam. Yeah, it was Blake Putnam was coming underneath. Our defensive end was coming to the outside to get the contain. Got a little pressure there in the quarterback's face and was able to come up with the pick.
Charlie Wood has come back out in the game. He's the tackle. Hayden Sutton's the guard. Waggles lined up in the shotgun with Yoakum and Hobbs right beside him. Hand off to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to be hit in the backfield. And that time we got beat right over the center guard.
Yeah, we let some people through. And then also, if that was a read option, like I said before, we got to do a little bit better on reading that because the defensive end was running down the line of scrimmage. If Waggle would have pulled that, he may still be running.
I hope he don't get a cramp.
That's right.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get a cramp, we're okay. Now, one good thing about Waggle is I don't think Waggle goes both ways.
Nope.
He's pretty well rested.
Waggle's up under center. Yoakum is off as the fullback.
Good protection.
Here's the pass downfield to Ingram. It's caught at the 20, the 10,
Touchdown.
the 5. Touchdown, Ingram.
Well, that was a great pass. Bryce Waggle put that ball. He floated it up, and Ingram ran it. You couldn't have drawn that up any better. The way he floated that ball up out in front of the defender so only Ingram could catch it. Beautiful, beautiful play.
Ran the old out and up. You seen Waggle with the pump fake. The defender bit on it. Then Ingram turned the jets on, and there for a minute I thought we'd overthrown him.
But, boy, he turned it on, and he stretched those long arms, came in good use right there. And, you know, we talk about how well the throw was and how good the catch was, but the key to that play, Jeff, was the protection.
You're right.
Because we had plenty of time for that pump fake and to lay that ball up there. We had great protection on that play.
Ingram caught the ball at the 25-yard line and then outran the defenders. So now the Redbirds are going to line up for two ahead, 26-21. I think the handoff to Blue. Rolling to the outside. There's Chaz Turner was open in the back of the end zone, and we underthrow it. So with 5:06 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Redbirds jump back out in front, 26-21. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Maybe. We're having
Let's face it, the family budget is under attack, and PG Telco's coming to the rescue with high-speed internet for as little as $9.95 per month for 12 months, and they back their service with a 24-hour repair service guarantee. That means you'll be connected to Farmington Cardinal Athletics on pgtelco.com. So if you're looking for local and long-distance phone service, the high-speed internet, or even direct TV, you can get it all at PG Telco. Call them at 267-7200. That's 267-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free Blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free Blue checking.
Well, we're back.
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. Odell's got it teed up. Kick is going to hit the ground at the 20 and be fielded there. They got a little running room up the middle and is going to be hit at the 42, 43-yard line.
Well, that's way too big of a return. You know, we had pretty good coverage. Got one of our guys, we talk about staying in your lanes. Got one of our guys that sucked over towards the sideline, and that gave him a cutback. We got to do a little bit better work on that this week. You know, that's hard to simulate.
So the Redbird defense, after getting a big turnover, let's see if they can come out here and get a big play again.
You know, that's one thing that's really hard to simulate in practice is kickoff and kickoff return, because, you know, you're going full blast. And, you know, you got to be kind of careful in practice. You'll get somebody hurt. But we got to work on that this week, staying in our lanes and not giving a big cutback there for the.
Oh, here's a new wrinkle. They hand the ball off to Sainer. And
he's
now
cramping.
He's getting up, though. It takes more than a cramp to take out a 6'7", 265.
6'7", that little calf muscle's not going to stop you.
Yep, you're right. Little inside handoff to the tight end and picks up a yard.
Yeah, you don't see that very often where somebody on the line of scrimmage comes back for the reverse.
Yep.
You know. Was that a double handoff or did the quarterback hand it off?
Quarterback handed it off to him. So they got one receiver split to the far side, one to the near side. Here comes the quick hitter up the middle. Once again, there's a big opening as Stephen Paya comes up and makes the tackle. And right now, the quick hitters are getting to us.
Yeah, defense has really got to step it up here. I know we've got some subs in, trying to give our guys some breaks, but we're going to have to do a little bit better job up front, not getting pushed back, not letting them drive us back, and establishing the line of scrimmage. That's the key to playing the wing T is you've got to establish the line of scrimmage. If you can, make a pile there. Make a pile and make it bounce.
Zach Yoakum, Morgan Lewis, Green, and Sutton across the front. T.J. Askegaard and Hobbs is your linebackers. Walker Davis is in at a linebacker. Stephen Paya. Here comes the handoff to the other side. And there is Josh Blue coming up to make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a good job by Josh coming up making that tackle. We have both our outside linebackers up on the line. They were both coming off the edge there, and so if that broke, we were in trouble. So that was a good job there of Josh to come up from his position and make that tackle.
Stephen Pye, Josh Blue, and Josh Williams and Chaz Turner rounds out the secondary. 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Second down and a long 9 from the Cardinal 45-yard line. Here comes that same pass we picked off, and this time we missed the tackle. And it's a touchdown.
You know, that's the second. You know, this is Josh Williams. It was the first time to see some playing time, and it's the second time tonight that he's tried to make a play on the ball and missed and cost us pretty big. So, you know, I know he's doing his best there, but that hurts us. That hurts us a lot. You gotta take a good angle, see where the receiver's going to be, not go where he is, go where he's going to be. But again, once again, big plays are hurting us.
They hit Elliott Chamberlain, and then he was behind everybody. T.J. Escagard tried to chase him down but ran out of room. So with 3:05 left to go in the third quarter, the Tigers strike back quick, and it's 27-26. And now Prairie Grove is going to call a timeout. So it looks like the Tigers are going to go for two. I would imagine what this timeout's for is a 2-point lead versus a 3-point lead.
That's right.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
See you soon. They're coming. They're all coming. And they're bringing your mother.
What are we going to do?
Inside Mouth, Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great. In only minutes, marinate your turkey on the inside with Tony Chachere's injectable marinade for that great buttery flavor. Then add a little spice to the outside with Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning. It's the perfect combination.
This must have taken you two all day.
It was easy.
With Tony Cherries.
Tony Chachere's! Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
Where do you go when you want a bundle that includes DirecTV and high-speed internet? You want it packaged together and you want a $500 savings. There's only one answer for Cardinal fans, PG Telco. That's right, don't miss any of your favorite TV shows with DirecTV and catch your favorite Cardinal sports with a high...
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. Looks like the Tigers used the timeout to set up a two-point play, and we was talking about it. It's 27-26. They want to try to get it to a 3-point lead instead of a...
Yeah, really, a 1-point lead and a 2-point lead don't make a bit, not a big difference between the two of those. One, or if you're up by 1 or you're up by 2, it doesn't matter. Up by 3, that's a little different. That makes it where even with the field goal, we have to tie it.
Here they go deep, and it's off the hands in the back of the end zone. And I tell you what that does for us now is if they would have kicked a field goal there, that would have already put them up 2.
Yeah.
Right? So we would have had – we can now score – get 2-point conversion and get right back on track.
That's right.
Get back to that 7-point lead. So
yeah, and that's what we got to do here. They had a big play. We had 2 big plays there. We had a big play there when we threw the ball to Ingram. Got some momentum going our way. They get a big play on a pass. They're able to get some momentum their way. What we really need, and I've been saying this ever since the second half started, is we really need a long, sustained drive here. Keep their offense over on the sideline. Give our defense some rest. But drive this ball down the field. Either that or run the kickoff. That'd be okay, too. I'd take that. Yeah.
3:05 left to go in the third quarter. That feels like it's taken 45 minutes to play.
Has been a long third quarter. Knock on wood, we haven't had very many creps the last couple drives.
That's true. That's true. Cody Laro, Walker Davis, and Josh Blue will go back deep. Last time they kicked to T.J. Escagard. You got Escagard, Yoakum, and Chaz Turner. And I don't think they'd want to kick to Turner. Turner's pretty quick, too.
He is. I really expect some sort of little squib kick or pooch kick or something right here. I don't think they're going to kick it deep to us.
They are moving their kickoff to the middle of the field. And as you mentioned before, you look, their guy that's up there telling everybody when to go. Now he's back behind the ball.
Well, because the ref warned him last time.
Yeah.
So instead of throwing that yeller flag, he warned him.
So they got it teed up. And here's the kick that is going to be fielded by Laro at the 16-yard line. He's trying to get back to the middle of the field. And is going to be across the 20, the 25, up to the 26-yard line.
It's really a pretty good, for the way we fumbled that and, had a hard time picking it up off the turf, that's really a pretty good return by Laro. He's got some pretty good speed. He's got a good burst there when he first takes off.
So it's first down and 10, 2:57 left to go in the third quarter. The good guys trailing by 1.
Here's the time for the offensive line to show us what they're made of. I want to see that offensive line we saw in the first quarter. Get out here. Let's dominate this Prairie Grove defense, and let's move this ball down the field methodically.
Waggles in the shotgun. Here comes Ingram in motion. It's the read play. Give it to Josh Blue. Zone read, and Josh is up across the 30, up to the 34. Ingram come in motion and veered back so they could run the option to the other side. And Waggle read the defensive end and handed it off to Josh Blue, and they pick up good yardage, get 7.
Yeah, I like that play. There's lots of different things you can do off that play. You can give it to Josh, gain 7. You can keep it the other way, pitch it to Ingram, or let Waggle keep it and run the option that way. It's a good play. That's why it's a bread and butter play for Auburn, because it's hard to defend.
Waggle's up under center. Now, if he would have kept running there.
Well, he was up on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's true.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So we get a legal procedure as Chaz Turner gets a little anxious, so they'll move them back 5.
Yeah, that's frustrating because the receivers aren't even supposed to be listening to the snap count. Receivers are supposed to watch the ball to know when to take off because it's very hard to hear the snap count when it's loud. And so train receivers just to watch the ball and take off when the ball snapped, not to listen to the quarterback.
So we go from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8.
We got to eliminate those mistakes. You know, when you're trying to get a long, methodical drive, little mistakes like that kill you.
Waggles up under center. Josh Blue's lone setback. Here comes this pass to Odell. Odell catches it. He got first down. He's crossed the 40 up to about the 42.5-yard line. Evan Odell working on single coverage on the wide side of the field. Good throw and catch there by Waggle and Odell.
You know what I really like there is how well Bryce has thrown the ball tonight. You know, he's been pretty spot on. There hasn't been very many passes that haven't been catchable. 2-point conversion earlier, he kind of threw one behind a receiver, but that was a tough throw because he was running one way, throwing the other. But really, Bryce has had a good night throwing the football.
Ingram and Odell's coming split to the near side. Yoakum's lined up on the slot close to us. Here comes the option handoff to Blue. And Josh is going to get across the 45 up to about the 47.5-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5 yards. Good first down yardage that play.
A little different look there. You know, that's our midline option, but we're running it with the tailback. Normally you run that midline option with the fullback where you fake it. You know, you either give or you keep the other to the fullback. The quarterback is reading the first down lineman, and the tailback's the lead blocker for the quarterback. But we took the fullback out of the play and ran that midline with our tailback.
2nd down and 5, 1:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Waggles up under center. Here comes the handoff to Blue. He cuts back at the line of scrimmage. Is going to get up right at the 50-yard line.
That's a pretty good cutback there by Josh Blue. Had a little push there by the defensive line. You know, the right side of the defensive line for Prairie Grove. Didn't quite get the push we would like to see from the right side of our offensive line. And so, but Josh was able to cut that back and make some positive yardage out of a play that really didn't look like it was going to gain much.
So it's 3rd down and 3. 35 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Waggle drops back. Here comes the pass to Ingram. Ingram makes a great catch.
Boy, that was a wonderful catch. You know, that was another timing throw that we talked about earlier. Ingram wasn't looking when the ball was thrown. He turns and the ball's right there at him. So good job timing up our throws. Good, accurate throw. He threw that in a place where only Ingram could catch it. Kind of worried me there when he tipped it up.
Yep.
That's scary when the balls get tipped up in the air.
1st down and 10. That moved the ball to the Tiger 45-yard line. Sam Dodd out there on coverage. Play clock just now starting. 15 seconds left to go. I'd say we're probably just going to let the game clock run out.
We've got the quarter here if we want it. It looks like we're going to take it.
So a quarter that saw a lot of big plays.
Yeah.
Well, big plays for Prairie Grove, big plays for Farmington. And so far, first game of the year has lived up to the billing.
It has. You know, they call it the Battle of 62, and they don't call it that for no reason. It's been a battle. It's been back and forth.
Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll catch our breath and get ready for the fourth quarter.
What's that? Tony Chairs.
Tony Sacheries. Turn your same old into Creole with Tony Sacheries' famous Creole seasoning. It brings out the flavor of any food. Use it instead of salt and pepper.
Here, Mom. It's Tony Chacharoos.
Tony Sacheries. Whoa! Tony Sacheries' famous Creole seasoning makes everything taste great.
Let's face it, the family budget is under attack, and PG Telco's coming to the rescue with high-speed internet for as little as $9.95 per month for 12 months, and they back their service with a 24-hour repair service guarantee. That means you'll be connected to Farmington Cardinal Athletics on pgtelco.com. So if you're looking for local and long-distance phone service, the high-speed internet, or even direct TV, you can get it all at PG Telco. Call them at 267-7200. That's 267-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Sometimes the things we want to do aren't quite the things we end up doing. But with Tyson grilled and ready chicken breast fillets, you can make eating right a promise to yourself you actually keep. No preservatives, 98% fat-free, and fully cooked. So you'll be eating right in no time, just like you intended. Tyson grilled and ready chicken.
Call Mad Sky Rentals for all your home rental needs at 479-251-9403 and online at madskyrentals.com. Mad Sky is cheering on those cards.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, inviting you to the all-new Everett Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Springdale. With our family-owned, customer-friendly service, you'll enjoy a better way to buy. Come see us and discover the Everett difference. It's a better way to buy and the right way to do business. Family-owned, customer-friendly, the all-new Everett Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram at the corner of Don Tyson and 71B in Springdale.
All right, Cardinal fans, here we go. Fourth quarter, first down and 10. Redbirds got it at the Tiger 45-yard line. Evan Odell comes split to the near side. Fake the handoff to Hobbs.
He's open. Hobbs was wide open.
It was Odell.
Odell was wide open. Waggle knows it. He sees it now, but he was wide. His defender fell down, and it was the sheer all he had to do was float it up there. And he just didn't see it. You know, quarterbacks are taught to read from top to bottom, so you're supposed to read your long receiver. If he's covered, then you check down to your receiver that's closer to you, and didn't happen that play.
Yep. Redbirds lose an opportunity there. As Odell was 20 yards behind.
Odell's waving, yeah. Boy, lucky break there for Prairie Grove.
Yep. So it's second down and 10. Hobbs is checked into the game at the running back. Yoakum's lined up in the slot. Here comes Ingram. Here's a handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs hit at the line of scrimmage, cuts it back outside, and it's going to pick up about a yard and a half, be down to about the 43.5-yard line.
You know, we keep running that play. Sooner or later, we're going to keep it, and there's going to be a big play there.
You're right. So big play for the Redbirds, third down and 8 with 11:25 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, makes you wonder right here if we don't get it, if we have a fourth and short or a fourth and 4 or 5, what are we going to do? Let's get it, and we don't have to worry about it.
Ingram and Odell's lined up on the short side. Waggle is going to hit Turner. Oh, just a little bit out in front of him, off the hands of Chaz Turner, as Chaz was open at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good route by Chaz, a good throw by Bryce, just a little bit outside of his reach. It goes off the end of his fingers. Still good play call. I like the play call. That's our 61 series. It's a rollout pass. We've got a running back coming out to help defend with the quarterback, give us extra protection. You know, normally we have more receivers on this side. When you're rolling this way, we try to bring at least 2 receivers, but it looked like that time just had the 1.
Well, it's fourth down and 8, and the Redbirds are going to go for it with 11:11 left to go in the ball game.
We might see another pooch kick. Nope.
And that pass is incomplete as he tried to get Hobbs. And Hobbs was hit just as the ball got there. And Hobbs will tell you that's probably one he should have caught.
Yeah, we had a good opportunity there. You know, good chance to get the football, get the first down and catch that, but we just didn't catch it.
3 really good opportunities wasted right there on that series.
Yeah, had 1 open for a touchdown and 2 for first down. Drop. 1 was thrown a little bit too far outside, and the other 2, the 1 wasn't thrown to the open receiver, and 1 was dropped.
Well, now the Redbird defense is going to have to make a play.
Yeah, got to have a stop here. Big stand here for the defense. It looks like we're lined up off sides. We better be careful.
Here comes a quick hitter up the middle. Got a little running room, and it's going to be all the way across midfield, the 40 down to the 35.
You know, we talk about how we got to have a big stand here for the defense, and what do we do? The exact opposite. We have got to be tougher across the line of scrimmage.
Josh Blue is down on the field, and looks like he's cramping. And look at a lot of the Prairie Grove players out there.
Stretching.
Yeah.
It's still humid. You know, it hadn't cooled off that much. It's still probably in the mid to upper 80s, real humid. There's no breeze at all. The flag is laying flat on the pole. You know.
That was a long run there by Blake Falk as he picked up about 20 yards. The ball was sitting right at the 44-yard line, Prairie Grove, and took it all the way down to the Cardinal 35.
I think it looks like they're working a cramp out of his calf. For a second there, I thought they might have been looking at his knee, but no, it definitely looks like they're massaging that calf muscle, trying to get the cramp out.
Josh is up and hobbling toward the sidelines. So here we go. Now all the water boys, water girls, everybody's coming off the field. Michael Ingram will check into the game for Josh. Josh will get down there and get some ice on him and try to get that stretched out.
I'm afraid to say it, Jeff, because last time it didn't work out, but we've got to have a stand here. Our defensive line really got to do a good job of not letting them open up holes. We've got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Prairie Grove's going to have to hurry to get this play off. 5 seconds. 4, 3.
They had 12 in the huddle. They just ran a guy off. Okay.
And there's the flag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, they ran a guy off from the huddle, which, you know, they had the injury time out there. They shouldn't have been able to do that.
What do they call it?
They should be too many men in the huddle.
They call it
illegal well, it should be a legal substitution, but we'll take whatever they give us.
So that backs it up. So it makes it 1st down and 15. Student sections are getting on the other student section. Typical Farmington Prairie Grove game.
Yeah, a little trash talking.
Yeah.
It's expected. Farmington Prairie Grove game.
Morale's up under center. Redbird's showing blitz, and here comes Hobbs. And Hobbs hits him in the backfield. He gets away from Hobbs, but there's big Matt Duffy.
Finishes him off.
So how about that? You think you run the ball and you see Hobbs, you get hit, and you, oh man, I made it. And then here comes Duffy.
But that's a lot of that's a big old boy coming at you.
Yeah. So a loss of about a loss of a half a yard. So it moves the ball back outside the 40-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 16. Quarterback's under pressure. Throws it as he's getting hit by Hobbs and Walker Davis, and that pass falls incomplete. And he pretty fortunate to get that one away.
Yeah, he was.
Without fumbling.
And to get it close enough to a receiver where he didn't get intentional grounding, because I think he was still inside the tackles. He did a really good job there by the Prairie Grove quarterback of getting rid of that, not getting negative yards on that play.
So here we go, 3rd down and 16. Redbird's going to have to hold for 2 downs here. .9:27 left to go in the ball game. Morale leads them up to the line of scrimmage. Sainers, your big tight end. Straight drop. Here comes a screen. And that is read by Green as soon as he caught the ball. Oh, they're saying it's an incomplete pass, which is a break for Prairie Grove because he lost another 3 yards. So,
we talk about against the screen, you got to have what's called a non-believer. That's somebody who, realizes, hey, nobody blocked me that play, and just sit down and try to find a receiver, because anytime that nobody blocks you and it's a pass play and the quarterback's backpedaling like that, it's a screen. So you always have one guy who's assigned to be what's called the non-believer. That was Green on that play, and he did a great job.
Well, I don't believe it, but They sent Bobby Cat up
They're going to punt.
and he's lined up in punt formation.
Watch for the fake.
Delay of game.
Back them up.
Back them up 5 yards. So that'll move the ball on to the 45-yard line. Stephen Paya and Cody Lero is back deep for the Redbirds. 9:21 left to go here in the ball game. Bobby Cat is going to be standing on the Cardinal 42-yard line.
I bet we're going to bring pressure, try to get the block here.
There comes pressure up the middle and almost get there. That kick
Get out of the way.
goes straight
Get out of the
up
way.
in the air. Hits
Get
at the
away.
30 and is going to be fielded at the 30.
But Hobbs almost got it. He did a good job there of getting close, but not getting too close where he ran into the punter.
So that was a 15-yard punt. $9:12 left to go in the ball game. Redbirds down by 1. They'll set up shop at their own 30-yard line.
We had a pretty good drive last time. It just kind of puttered out there towards the end. But we had a good stand on defense. That's the first time we've really stopped them in a while.
Yep.
Now we got the ball back. We got to do something here. Got to get the ball at least down deep in their territory.
Here they're breaking the huddle. There's 10 seconds left on the play clock. Hobbs is lined up at the tailback. Waggles up under center. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs cuts off Yoakum's backside. Gets across the 30 up to about the 33-yard line.
It's a pretty good hole there. Hobbs actually kind of bounced off of Matt Duffy's shoulder.
Yeah.
He didn't really get hit by a receiver, but by a Prairie Grove defender. Kind of got hit and bumped into Duffy and fell, but it's still good. 3-4 yard gain. We'll take it.
Point of the ball is sitting right on the 34, so it's going to make it a second down and a short 7, long 6, however you want to look at it. Waggles back up under center. Here comes the same play to Hobbs. Hobbs is hit at the line of scrimmage, but Sainer and Dodd, but he pulls the pile up across the 35.
Yeah, good job there just getting some positive yardage. Way too much penetration, way too much push by the left side of the Prairie Grove defensive line there.
So now it's 3rd down and 5. Maybe closer to 6. Cardinals got to get almost to the 41-yard line. Ingram and Chaz Turner is going to go split to the far side. Odell to the near side. Waggles in the shotgun. Hobbs lined up right beside him. Here comes the Ingram. Hand off to Hobbs. Hobbs is hit at the line of scrimmage, pushes the pile up to about the 39-yard line. So that's going to make it 4th down and 2.
That was a designed cutback, almost a trap play, where we hand it to Hobbs. He starts to the left and then cuts it back to the right. We have a guard, or I don't know if that was a guard or the fullback that was cutting back across. The design play there. Looks like we're going to bring Big O.
Bringing in Big O, the jumbo
in the
package.
first quarter.
Bringing him in along with Levi.
We better hurry. We only got
Green.
12 seconds left, 10 seconds left. We might want to call timeout.
5, 4, 3, 2. Here comes the play. Hand off to Hobbs. Hobbs is hitting the backfield, but pulls the pile up.
That was all Justice Hobbs right there. We let one sneak through without blocking him, but he didn't give up. He kept on going, and because of his second effort, yards after contact there, he was able to get the first down. And he got up a little slow. So that's a big play.
So it's 1st down with 7:04 left to go here in the ball game.
They're watching film tomorrow morning. That might be a big turning point in this ball game. We'll see. But, that first down there was huge.
Waggle's going to go up under center. Yoakum is the fullback. Hobbs the tailback. Ingram split to the far side. Here comes the Tigers on the blitz. And got away with one there as Blake Falk undercut the pass and went right through his hands.
Yeah, kind of telegraphed that one a little bit. Yeah, they knew it was coming. Falk had a good jump on the ball, and boy, good break there for the
He
for the
would have
Cardinals.
scored. Nobody between him and the goal line.
Yeah. They got a break earlier when the defender fell down and we didn't see the wide open receiver. Now we get a little break there where they get a good jump on one and drop it.
So that kind of evens it up. Waggles in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10. Snap from Lewis. Sainer knocks that one down. Tried to get it over the big 6'7" defensive end.
Yeah, had a little screen pass set up, and it was there. But, boy, that's hard to get a ball over somebody who's 6'7" with that big reach.
Sainer has been a factor on offense and defense.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely has.
So here we go, 3rd down and 10.
Looks like Hobbs is hurting a little bit. They're going to make him go to the sideline.
So Hobbs is going to check out of the ball game, and Josh Blue is going to check in.
Hobbs has had a long night.
He's been a workhorse.
He hadn't come out very much on either side of the ball.
So here we go, 3rd down and 10. Looks like TJ Askegaard split out on the far side. Ingram and Odell to the near side. Waggles lined up in the shotgun.
Got lots of time.
Goes to Ingram. Great catch by Ingram. Gets hit and his helmet comes off, but he holds on to it at the 33-yard line.
Well, he had lots of time to throw that ball. Great protection there. We had double protection there. We had both of the tailbacks. We're staying in the block. Great pass and a great catch. You know, we talked earlier about Ingram kind of short-armed one because he thought he was going to get hit. Well, that time, same type of play. That time he caught it.
That time he went up in the air.
Yeah.
So
he paid for it, too.
Yep. Got hit hard, knocked his helmet off, so he'll have to step out this play. Play clock is down to 8 seconds, and the Redbirds are going to have to call timeout. So 27-26, 6:12 left to go in the ball game, and Redbirds call timeout, so let's take a quick break.
What's that? Toaster chairs.
Tony Sacheries. Turn your same old into Creole with Tony Sacheries' famous Creole seasoning. It brings out the flavor of any food. Use it instead of salt and pepper.
Here, Mom. It's Tony Chacharoos.
Tony Sacheries. Whoa! Tony Sacheries' famous Creole seasoning makes everything taste great.
Farmington Schools would like to thank Trinity Rehabilitation and Melinda Day for providing athletic training services that keep our Farmington athletes safe and in the game. Trinity has clinics in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Bella Vista. If you need outpatient physical therapy, please contact Trinity at 521-2232.
Call Matt Sky Rentals regarding all your rental needs at 479-871-9404 or
visit our website at www.madsskyrentals.com. Go!
All right, Cardinal fans, we're back. 1st down and 10. 6:12 left to go in the ball game, and the good guys trailing by 1.
Well, Jeff, after that first half, I was hoping this is going to be a boring game. That's the first quarter, I mean.
Yeah.
But hadn't turned out that way at all. It's been a true battle. Been a great game.
TJ Askegaard, Josh Blue split to the near side, Odell to the far side. Here comes Blue in motion. They hand it off to him. He cuts in back off the ball. Oh,
great block.
Odell. Josh still up. And Josh read the first block great. Odell had his guy turned to the outside. Josh, if he would have cut it inside, would have had 1st down yards. But
I thought he did. When I was watching that play, I just assumed he was going to cut up inside of that. I thought he was down about the 20-yard line. I don't know why he cut that to the outside because you're right. Evan Odell had a great kick-out block there. He had his guy pinned up against the sideline. Always try to cut to the blocker's butt. Always try to go off their butt.
2nd down and 4. The ball sitting at the Tiger 27. Here comes handoff to Blue. He makes one miss at the line of scrimmage, cuts it back inside, gets to the 25. Tackled by a host of Tigers.
Well, one thing there, Blue's got to work on is getting his head up. He got in there to some traffic and he kind of tucked in and got his head down. If he would have had his head up, there was a big cut to the outside.
Why are you on him about his cuts all of a sudden?
Huh? I like yards.
Oh, okay.
Cuts equal yards.
Well, if you like yards, I got a big one you can mow.
Not those kind.
Ingram, Askegaard split out to the near side. Yoakum goes in motion. Here's the handoff to Yoakum, and he is going to be hit in the backfield and be tackled at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, not very good blocking up front there by the Cardinals. That was just a trap play right up the gut, and we didn't block very well at all. I don't think we blocked a single one of the interior linemen for Prairie Grove. Big play, 4th down and 4.
4th down and 4. 4:25 left to go in the ball game. Yoakum is going to step off. Blake Putnam's going to come in.
You know, we got 2 timeouts left.
Waggle's going to go up under center.
Wouldn't be surprised. Look how close they're playing Ingram if we don't try to get it to him.
There's Putnam wide open. Putnam catches at the 20, the 15. He lowers his shoulder, and it's going to be drove back by Bobby Catt.
There's a good tackle by Bobby Catt getting up underneath him and picking him up, and everybody goes, ooh and aw, and that's great. Great tackle, but we got the first down. That's what I care about.
Yep. First down at the 12-yard line is as Blake lowered his shoulder. Bobby Catt just kind of picked him up, carried him back a few yards, but it's already enough for the stick. So it's first down and 10 with 3:50 left to go in the ball game.
I don't want to jinx anything here, Jeff, but I think I just saw a flash of lightning off in the distance.
You're kidding me.
No. Luckily, we only got 3 minutes and 43 seconds left.
Yeah. Cardinals hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
That's to call timeout.
This play clock was getting down to 0, so the Redbirds waste a timeout. We will take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back, try to see if we can't get the Cardinals in the end zone.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for that perfect bat? Need new football cleats? What about the latest in Razorback apparel? Come find exactly what you need at Best Sports. With 2 convenient locations and friendly customer service, we are your local suppliers of team sports, trophies, monogramming, letter jackets, Under Armour apparel, and much, much more. Locally owned and operated since 1972, let our family help your family. Best Sports, the sports shop for all seasons.
Everett Chevrolet is proud to sponsor Farmington Cardinal academics and athletics. Everett Chevrolet is family-owned and customer-friendly, home of the $9.95 oil change. Located on I-540 at Elm Springs Road in Springdale, Everett Chevrolet, the better way to buy.
Hey, Weatherman Will called down.
Yep.
And he said that there's nothing on the radar.
No.
So I'm just seeing things.
Okay.
And he said the temperatures dropped 10 degrees in the last hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I like Weatherman Will. Hobbs is back in at tailback. Here's a handoff to Hobbs.
Big
Hobbs
hole.
got a big hole.
Hole.
Ingram with blocking out there, and Hobbs is going to get all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
That's more the kind of holes we were seeing in the first quarter.
Run out of bounds. What you'd kind of like to see him do there is stay inbounds, though.
Yes.
With 3:30 left to go in the game, you want to score.
But you want to take as much time off as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, with us knocking on the door
Now,
here.
With that being said, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if we scored this play right
It
here.
wouldn't either. Take 5 seconds, 2 seconds, I don't care.
Yeah.
Get the score. Yeah, but like you said, we score, get 2-point conversion. That 2-point conversion is going to be huge if we do score.
Yep.
Because that'll put us up by 7.
Waggles up under center. Hobbs the lone setback. The handoff to Hobbs. Hobbs cuts back at the.
Well, he's close. He's close.
They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Hobbs juked one at the line of scrimmage.
If it is, yeah, they're calling a first down. So we're going to have 4 chances at it here from the 1-yard line.
Well, 3:23 left to go in the ball game. They got the ball set.
This has been a good drive for the Cardinals.
Yep. Waggles waiting for the play. He's got it. Play clock's down to 14 seconds. Plenty of time. Ingram's going to go split to the near far side. Odell to the near side. Waggles walking up under center. He's looking at Yoakum as the fullback and Hobbs as the tailback. Here comes the handoff to Hobbs, and Hobbs is going to get in the end zone. So with 2:58 left to go in the ball game, the Redbirds are going to go up by 5.
Big 2-point conversion right here. Big, big play, you know. Hopefully it's not going to matter. Hopefully we can get a good kickoff, get good coverage, and you know, hold them defensively. But sure would be nice to have these 2 points here, kind of as a little padding.
Redbirds got somebody down. I can't tell. I hope it's just a cramp. I know.
Looks like it. Either that or an ankle. You know, it's hard to. It doesn't look like they're stretching him like a cramp, so it might be an ankle.
I just seen a couple of the other Cardinals, as soon as the play was over, start motioning to the sidelines. So
that's never a good sign.
Now it's looking like a cramp.
Okay.
That may be Morgan Lewis.
That's
I'm
what I was
trying to
thinking.
account for all the linemen that's out there. So
It's either Morgan Lewis or it was Matt Duffy. I can't tell.
Well, let me see here. As I'm looking out there, I can't tell.
That'd be 32, Ben Hadley. Ben Hadley's over here counting on his fingers.
Is he?
Trying to change the score.
Come on now.
Doesn't his mom teach math? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she teaches
Yep.
She's not my son's in 4th grade. She's not his teacher.
I'm sure she's glad about that,
Well,
too.
I bet she is, too.
Hey, you know what? This just dawned on me today. I used to, every year I'd say, here I am with former assistant football coach Jared Morrison.
I know. We got started, so I did that on purpose.
Yeah. And, I hear you're out of retirement.
And somewhat.
You are leading the mighty Cardinal 4th grade team.
The 4th grade team. I'm coaching the 4th grade team. Tomorrow's our first game. It's going to be an experience.
Who are we playing tomorrow?
We're playing Pea Ridge.
Pea Ridge, playing the Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks aired it out at our jamboree the other night.
Did they?
Oh, yeah. They were throwing over 50% of the time, and that's big in 4th grade. You don't throw the ball very much.
So let me
in 4th
ask you
grade.
this. Are you like all Coach Morrison up in their face? These 4th grade, why do you do that? You getting on them?
I try not to be, but sometimes I get a little
Morrison,
frustrated.
I know you.
I try to be cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah,
but sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you got to yell and, you got to tear them down and then build them up. That's how a good coach works.
Well, Coach, you was right. It was Matt Duffy. They got him up. It was cramped up. He's got to the sideline. So now here's a big play.
Yeah. We hate to see cramps, but at the same time, cramps are a lot better than any other type of injury.
That's correct. So the Redbirds are going to go for 2 with 2:58 left here to go, up by 5. Ingram and Odell's going to come split to the near side. Redbird offensive line going to try to give us a little protection here as Ingram. They fake it to Josh Blue, and now they hit him wide open as they skated him out. They faked the handoff to him, and he just kept on running to the backside of the end zone. Big play for the Redbirds, makes it a 7-point ball game with 2:58 left to go in the game.
I like that play. I like how they drew it up a little. Normally when you run a play like that, you fake it and you roll away from it. We fake it. Just turn around and throw it right back to the running back we faked it to. And that, it's a breakdown in the Prairie Grove's defense. You're always supposed to hold the running back up at the line of scrimmage.
Let me tell you how tired Morgan Lewis is. We just ran the 2-point conversion and scored.
He's trying to get in the huddle again.
Morgan was signaling for 1. We're going to kick a field goal now. Morgan is wore out.
It's been a long, long night.
Yep. Everybody else had gone off the field, and Morgan was standing down there getting ready to snap for the field goal attempt. So now the Redbird defense is going to have 3 minutes to work. Prairie Grove is going to have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, big defensive stand here for the Cardinals. They've done a much better job here in this quarter, playing defensively. Towards the end of the 3rd quarter and the beginning of the 4th quarter, done a much better job of holding their ground, not giving up the big play, and that's the thing. If you can make them run a lot of little plays, a lot of 3-4 yards at a time, sooner or later they're going to make a mistake and hurt themselves.
Let me tell you, Coach, this is what worries me right now. Is I have seen Prairie Grove do this so many times. They line their deep guys up in a diamond. If you kick it to any of them, now you throw in the whole reverse. A guy will turn with his back, and here comes everybody by him, and you don't know who's got the ball.
We need to get somebody down there fast enough, hit that guy with his back turned, right square on the back.
Here comes the kick. They're going to kick it, and that's what's going to happen here. Oh, they misplayed it. We may have caught a little break there. Trying to get to the outside, and there is Laro along with –
very good coverage there.
Trying to see who else was in on that. Looks like Josh Blue ran him out of bounds at about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, maybe Taryn Pettigrew was in on that too.
Yep, Taryn Pettigrew. Jake Oski was in. So here we go. Tigers are 70 yards away. 2:52 left to go in the ball game. How much time was left whenever we kicked off?
I don't know. So they don't run any time off
Didn't
the clock.
Didn't run no time off the clock during the kickoff. I tell you what, that's terrible.
You know, I'm really worried about big number 17 here on this drive. Trying to sneak him down, do a little tight end dump. He did a good job blocking there to spring a play. But
handed off to Bobby Cat. Bobby gets it across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. That's going to make it second down and 3. Tigers in a hurry up.
We got to keep an eye on big number 17, Dylan Shaner. Make sure they don't try to sneak him out. Get him behind our linebackers and get us in trouble.
Well, we got to stop the inside run first.
True.
Hand off to Lopez. Lopez picks up a first down, gets it out to the 48-yard line with 2:23 left to go here in the ball game. Waiting for them to get the change start. Now they get the change start. The game clock starts. Fake the handoff.
There we go.
Walker Davis comes on the blitz and tackles him back at the 39-yard line, so that's a loss of about 9 yards.
Prairie Grove's only got one timeout left, so they're trying to save it for if they really need it. But
they got 2, Coach.
Oh, yeah, we're the visitors, aren't we?
Yep. Line up in the shotgun, low snap, rolling out. Here comes the toss, and it's going to be caught, but tackled immediately by Zach Yoakum.
Well, I don't think they should be running it. He didn't get out of bounds. They stopped the clock.
Why they stop the clock?
I don't know. He wasn't out of bounds. They should be running the clock. They should be running the clock right here. We kind of got the screws to put to us there, Jeff.
Got a break there.
Yeah, that's bad.
Now they start the clock back. Now they're going to roll out this side. He's trying to get a little run room. Goes for Sainer. Sainer's going to be hit inside. He's in bounds.
Yeah, the clock's still running. Now Prairie Grove's going to use one of their timeouts.
No, yep. Timeout Prairie Grove. So it's going to be 4th down and about 3.
You know what I think happened over there on our sideline is, they were way, way deep. They had got that sack. I think the ump over there thought it was a first down.
Yeah.
He saw the stick and saw how long that pass was, and he thought it was a first down.
So 1:24 left to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove has 1 timeout left. Farmington has 1 timeout left.
The Battle of 62 has not disappointed. It has been a battle. Been a great ball game.
Well, Coach, you're up by 7. You're 2 downs. You got 1 defensive play right here. But I mean, what do you do?
Stop them.
Yeah, but I think, right now, at least you made the 2-point conversion, so you got it back on that 7 cycle.
Yeah.
7, 7, 7.
Yeah.
I would say right off the bat here, I would play that inside run.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to beat me, they're going to have to beat me on the outside. I'm not going to let them beat me up the middle.
What we need to do is we need to do a good job interior here of making a big pile and making whatever it is bounce to the outside. Big, big play right here. We get the stop, and this is our game.
Here's the ball game, folks. Both teams back out on the field. Student section on the far side.
Looks like that's what we're going to do. We've got the pinch
going
on.
Crazy. This side's going crazy.
Watch our 2 interior linemen. They're going to cut block. Or they should. Well, no, they didn't.
Bobby Cat breaks a tackle and is going to get a first down.
Well, we had him in the backfield, too. We had him for no gain and let him go.
That was just a good, hard run by the senior tailback.
I'd say somebody held us.
You think that's what it was?
I don't know, but I'm just making excuses.
So now it's 1st down and 10. 1:15 left to go here in the game. 1:11. 1:10. Got 1 timeout left. Ball's at the 40. Prairie Grove was wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, they did. Wasted a lot of time. Under a minute now. We got to get down in our stance.
Got pressure coming from the backside. That pass is complete. Keep him in bounds.
Nope, he got out.
Got out of bounds. So 46 seconds left. The ball's down to the 29-yard line. Ingram on the coverage out there. It's going to come down to the last play, Coach.
Seems like it always does, doesn't it? Not last year.
Not last year. I didn't want to say that, though.
Yeah. I remember there's been a lot of games where I've been in this booth, either up on top coaching or down here talking, and been a lot of games where it's come down to these last few seconds.
First down and 10. The ball at the Cardinal 29-yard line. Morale's up under center. Got two receivers split to the far side. Redbirds
hold.
Got pressure going on, and they're going to catch him. And the ball, Redbirds come up with the ball. That's a fumble, and the Redbirds have the ball.
There was something came out. I don't know if it was the flag, if he meant to throw his beanbag, or if he meant to throw the flag.
They stripped the ball away from him.
Waiting for him to signal. Waiting for him to signal. There's a flag.
Let's see what the flag is. No flag.
Now signal our ball.
First down, Farmington.
That's the ball game. That's the ball game. We still got to kneel it a couple times, but that's it.
Levi Green come up. They had him held up.
They did.
Cody Laro come in from the outside. Quarterback had to tuck it up and run, and they had him held up, and Levi Green come in and strip the ball.
Great heads-up play there by Levi, knowing we've got him held up. Let's strip it.
So the Redbirds are going to get out of here with a win. 38 seconds left to go in the ball game. And there's going to be a timeout. I'm so excited I didn't see who called the timeout.
I don't either. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, it's been a great ball game. Been a great back and forth battle. Had a Prairie Grove player get upset. Then the coach got more upset at the Prairie Grove player.
Hated for that young man. He's a senior.
Yeah.
He's played a great ball game.
He has.
You know,
had a great game. Really, both teams have played exceptional. You know, big plays both ways. Both teams have had good drives. I know Prairie Grove has a bright future this year, in the 4A.
Coach Absher over here using this as a coaching opportunity. He's talking to some of the guys, some of the leaders on his team. And there's the kneel down.
Well, Prairie Grove's being very classy. They're not trying to knock the ball out or undercut us or anything. They're
going to reset the game clock or the play clock. They got it set, so we're going to have to snap it one more time. Game clock's down to 16 seconds. And, Coach, Redbird's going to come out with a 34 to 27 win. Great ball game.
Been a great ball game. We're going to learn a lot from this film. We had some things we definitely got to correct defensively. We can't give up the big play like that. But, boy, it's going to, it feels good to come out of Prairie Grove. Anytime you walk away from Prairie Grove with the win, that's huge. Prairie Grove's great tradition, great football team, and this is a good team we played tonight. And, boy, great to walk out of here with the win.
Well, Coach, next week we will go to Huntsville.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get started on time.
I hope so. Hopefully we won't forget it. If we forget something and have to drive back from Huntsville, I think the broadcast probably won't happen.
Won't happen, will it?
No.
Yeah. Coach, any last parting words you want to say before we leave?
No, I'm happy. I'm excited.
I want to congratulate Coach Adams and his staff.
Yes.
And this Farmington football team. Great ball game. Great ball game.
Wonderful battle of 62. Look forward to it. First game next year.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next Saturday. Hope everybody has a great weekend.